Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. What is really good, familia? What is really good? We are just currently testing a few things out here. We will be going live in about 5 minutes. About 5 more minutes. We're going to be going live. I appreciate everybody that is chiming in. We're going to be live in a bit. What is really good, familia? What is really good? We are just currently testing a few things out here. We will be going live in about 5 minutes. About 5 more minutes. We're going to be going live. I appreciate everybody that is chiming in. We're going to be live in a bit. What is really good, familia? What is really good? We are just currently testing a few things out here. Alrighty, fam. So I appreciate y'all. We got a little couple hiccups, but we're good. We're learning. And we're just going to relax here. I appreciate everybody that's chiming in right now. Appreciate you guys in a few minutes. Alrighty, fam. So I appreciate y'all. Little couple hiccups, but we're good. We're learning. We're just going to relax here. I appreciate everybody that's chiming in right now. Appreciate you guys in a few minutes. Let me know what you guys are rocking in the meantime. Feel free to just tap in. Let me know what your fragrance of the day is. Let me know what you guys are rocking in the meantime. Feel free to just tap in. Let me know what your fragrance of the day is. I'm also live on IG for those of you that want to just tap in through IG as well. What's up, Simone? I see you in the Instagram. I appreciate you for tapping in. It's good to know that it's live. I'm testing it out. See, I'm still testing out, trying to figure out whether I'm live, but I guess I am live on Instagram. What's up, Simone? I see you in the Instagram. I appreciate you for tapping in. It's good to know that it's live. I'm testing it out. See, I'm still testing out, trying to figure out whether I'm live, but I guess I am live on Instagram. Yeah, I'm still learning the how to go live on Ecamm. Still studying this, and shout out to Walt, helped me out for a little bit online, giving me some tips for the stream. But we are rocking and rolling. We just gonna let it ride, man. We're gonna just we're gonna go live and just do what we can. That's what we're doing today. Yeah, I'm still learning the how to go live on Ecamm. Still studying this, and shout out to Walt, helped me out for a little bit online, giving me some tips for the stream. But we are rocking and rolling. We just gonna let it ride, man. We're gonna just we're gonna go live and just do what we can. That's what we're doing today. If you guys can see me on Instagram, let me know. Let me know. I'm interested to see whether you guys see me good on Instagram or not. I keep on hearing this echo in the background. I'm trying to figure out how to eliminate that echo, but either way, I think it's live for sure. I do see it crispy. On Instagram, let me know. Let me know. I'm interested to see whether you guys see me good on Instagram or not. I keep on hearing this echo in the background. I'm trying to figure out how to eliminate that echo, but either way, I think it's live for sure. I do see it crispy. All righty. All right. So let us reveal ourselves. What is really good, familia? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to Creative HQ Live. Now, it's a little bit cheesy. It's a little bit cheesy, but it gives it a little bit of a brand. And that's what we're trying to do. Just trying to brand ourselves a little bit better. So that's what we're doing currently. And I appreciate you guys. Listen, man, we are streaming live. First off, we're streaming in like HD. So go ahead, tap in, and go ahead and tap into the 4K if you can. Rock with that high quality if you'd like, if that's something that you're feeling. And again, I appreciate you guys for taking the time to go ahead and just tap in. So again, I'm super novice when it comes to Ecamm. So I'm trying to figure it out as we go. I'm gonna pull up my chat window. You're gonna see me looking all over the place, but that's with the purpose. I'm just trying to make sure I have all eyes on you guys, because I appreciate you guys for real for tapping in. So in the meantime, go ahead, let me know what you guys are rocking tonight. I'm interested to see what you guys are rocking tonight. Tap in. I see a few people currently on the live stream. So again, I appreciate you guys. We have 6 people. So go ahead and hit thumbs up if you can on the chat. I appreciate you guys. And let me know what you guys are rocking today, man. It's what, Tuesday? It's almost Christmas. Man, it has been a long week already, and it's crazy. It's only like the second day of the week, but that's what we got to do, man. We just got to keep on pushing. So let me know what you guys are rocking today. Also, let me know down in the chat, how's it sound? Does it sound good? How's it look? Does it look good? Let me know. We have 9 people. What is really good, familia? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys that beautiful thumbnail that we got going on over here. Let me see here. All righty. Gonna position myself a little bit more in the center for Instagram. All righty, fam. But yeah, guys, we're still chilling. Raf is gonna be joining us. Raf from Xerjoff, that's Amore. If you know who Raf is, you know exactly that handle. His handle, Xerjoff, that's Amore. He'll be chiming in the chat. We're just gonna be chilling out with him, rocking out with him for a little bit. Getting to know Raf a little bit more on a personal level. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be dope. So I am still setting everything up as we speak. All righty. And I'm going to be alternating from Instagram, the chat on Instagram, also the chat here with you guys on YouTube as well. So again, go ahead, tap in. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I switched over to, okay, Simone, what's good? Okay, I switched over to ZU. Alrighty. Let me know if you guys see the chat bubble as well. Simone, can you see your window down below? Do you see? I just posted, I published your chat. I want to make sure that everybody can see that. As a matter of fact, let me go on YouTube real quick, and I'll be able to check it out myself and just take a look here. Let me see. Okay, bet. I see it. I see the chat bubble there. We're going to drop it a little bit lower. Okay. Right there. Awesome. I appreciate you guys. Over to YouTube. Center of the day. Nothing. All right. So let me go ahead and post that other one, Simone. All righty. So Simone, over to YouTube. Papa, center of the day. Nothing. Letting the skin breathe. That's right. Sometimes you just need those days to let the skin breathe. Like no fragrances, just straight up natural scent for real. And so that's kind of my day today. I was testing something on my hand earlier, but the rest of me is chilling. Like I'm naked. Sound is nice and crispy. I appreciate that pick is good. You blurred your fragrances in the bag, so I can't beg. Well, that's cool, Simone. I appreciate the love, man. Yo, Simone, you're a real one. Always showing love in the chats to everybody. Real ones know, and I appreciate you for real. So it's always good when you get to know a lot of people in general, that we kind of mingle with online, we share time with, and it's always just so cool to get to know each other on different levels. That's why it was so beneficial with ScentXplore as well. And we're gonna get into a little bit of that as well when it comes to ScentXplore and everything. So, but either way, man, I appreciate all of you guys for chiming in. And once again, let me know what you guys are rocking today. Let's go ahead here. Brown boy, what's goody? You late? No, man. I'm late, bro. I was supposed to start at 7, then I pushed it to 7:15, and then I pushed it to 7:30. Why? Because Ecamm is crazy work. Crazy work. So I had to like call Walt. Walt gave me some tips. I don't know where Walt was. He was like in Target, somewhere. He was somewhere. Walmart, I don't know where. He was at a store and he was giving me some tips on how to go live or what settings to choose. So it's awesome. It's awesome. So Reflection Man. Woo! Going with a big boy. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you guys. Uh-oh. We got Raph coming in. Give me a minute, guys. Let's bring him in. Okay. 1 second, guys. Rav, can you see me? Can you hear me, Rav? Can you hear me? I don't hear you. Let me see if I got you muted real quick. Let me see. I don't think I got you muted. Vamos a ver aquí. Espérate. Let's see here. Assign. Espérate. All right, Raph, 1 second. I'm sorry. On assign placeholder remove. Give me 1 second, Raph. I'm gonna bring you in. I'm trying to figure out how to put you on the screen right now. Let's see here. Public. Alrighty. Raph, can you see me good?
Yeah, I can see you.
Hey,
Jefe. Can you hear me?
Let's see. Let's make sure. I wonder if everybody else can see me. Guys in the chat, do you see me and Raph? Do you guys see us together or do you not see us together? Let me know. I want to make sure he's on the main screen with me. Rafael, un placer, brother. A pleasure, man.
Thank you for having me. Jonathan,
No.
how are you?
I am good, my friend. I appreciate you, man. I'm going to ask for your patience because this is the first time I have a guest with us on the live. And, brother, I am learning. Bro. I am learning as we go, so.
No, actually, it's an honor. Thank you, actually, for giving me the opportunity to be the first one.
No, brother. I wouldn't have it any other way, brother. Any other way. So, yeah, man, I was just talking to everybody in the chat, letting them know to drop some fragrances down below and just letting them know, man, we're just going to be chilling out, relaxing, and tranquilito. Chilling out, relaxing, man. That's what it's all about. So, again, brother, I appreciate you for taking the time to just to chill, to jump on the live. I think this is like the first time we actually formally meet each other, technically. So
technically, yes, because we chat through Instagram. Thanks to Walter, thanks to James, thanks to the whole beautiful community that you guys are building, and we had the opportunity to actually meet in person,
bro.
At ScentXplore. I believe you need to close the. You need to close the because I can't hear an echo. Do you hear an echo?
Do you hear an echo? I don't hear an echo.
Yeah.
I wonder. Let me see here.
I wonder if no.
If you hear the, do you have it playing on the computer? Are you on the computer or the phone?
No, I'm on the computer. No, I don't hear the echo anymore.
You don't hear it anymore at all?
It's kind of very low, but it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What either way, ScentXplore, when you arrive on Friday, right?
Yes, I went ahead and I arrived on Friday. Just because I couldn't get off on Thursday. at work, man, with my job. So I was able to get there Friday, and then I got there Friday like early afternoon. But the thing about
Yeah.
it was that from the hotel, I landed in JFK. Then I went to the hotel. I was staying in the hotel with Walter. Okay, with Walt. I called him by his government name, Walter, with Walt. And then I was also with Mo. And so we were all together in the hotel. Well, we stayed in the hotel, but when I got there, they were already in New York City. They were already at the event.
Yeah.
And so I had to do some things with somebody that picked me up, had lunch, went to the hotel, got dressed, and immediately dipped to
Boom.
ScentXplore. But man, 15 miles, brothers, 15 miles from the hotel to the event, an hour ride. I was like, what's going on here in New York City? This is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you arrived the day that it was really, really cold.
Yes. Oh my God. It was cold, man. It was cold. But it's been a while since I've been to New York in the actual cold weather. So I'm born in Jersey, man. I was born in Jersey, raised in Buffalo, New York. So I was raised up until I moved out of Buffalo when I was 21 years old. So I'm from the cold, but I haven't been there in about in the cold. I haven't been there in about 15 years in New York City in the cold. Yeah, that was an awakening, brother. Thank God I bought my gloves. I went on Amazon like the week before. I bought some gloves. I bought a scarf. I bought a pea coat. The stuff that we never use in Florida. And I'm like, I'm gonna buy all the stuff that I need, but I forgot the earmuffs. And my ears, brother, whoo! I thought they were gonna fall off, bro.
Yeah, frozen.
Yeah, man. But it was good. So you were there. You were there on Friday too, or no?
No, I was there the day before. The day before because Sergio Momo, the owner of the brand, had a Q&A. So because of the Q&A, we just went there on Thursday.
Okay.
For the Q&A, and that's it. We walked through the venue like an hour before the Q&A, and we met several people.
Okay.
That's it.
You know what I'm gonna, because I hear my echo coming from yours. I wonder what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to, whenever you're talking, I'm gonna mute my mic to see whether it comes out on your end, whether you hear an echo or not. Do you guys hear an echo as well in the chat?
I don't hear the echo. I don't hear my voice anymore. I don't hear the echo anymore.
Okay, good. Okay, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, but excellent. Okay, and so what I wanted to do is and we're freestyling it. So anything you want to talk about, and then we can go ahead and get into some of these samples that you sent as well. I'm excited for that. They've been sitting on my desk, really nice, talking to me every day, letting me know, hey, you want to sniff, right?
Try me, test
try me,
please.
and I'm like, I get better lunchin.
I need your skin.
That's right. So
That's right.
But really quick, everybody in the chat, like I said, we're going to be chilling out, relaxing. Drop your scent of the night. I'm going to be getting to the chat here in a little bit as well. But kind of just want to go ahead and, we freestyling it. I have a few topics that I wanted to discuss, a few questions to ask El Señor Rafael. So, Raf, do you prefer Raf? Do you prefer Rafael, or it doesn't matter? What do you prefer?
Call me Raf. Here in America, they call me Raf, Rafe. Rafael. I don't care. As long as it sounds that you like me,
Hey,
like
that's right.
Mom, like
that's right. Hey, when you say it, when you say the name, say it with some oomph. Say it with feeling and emotion. That's the way it goes.
Exactly. That's all it counts. If it shows love, that's it.
That's right. Awesome. Well, again, really quick, I'm kind of just officially getting things started. Everybody looks like they're chiming in. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Again, this is not as elaborate and beautiful. I'm starting to get to really into eCam, so I don't got the fancy banners yet. But we're going to go ahead and definitely continue to evolve the live stream. So I'm excited, nonetheless, to have you guys all along, especially you, Raf, for real. So what I wanted to go ahead and do is so far, what are you rocking anything special today? What's your fragrance of the day if you have anything on?
Well, earlier I was testing the new Dolce & Gabbana, the One Parfum. And then I took a shower, and then I said, I just going to be completely, zero miles.
Yes, sir.
0 miles for the scent of the night. So
Yes,
I'm gonna choose
yes.
the scent of the night while we're talking.
Excellent,
Uh,
excellent.
yeah,
Yeah, so that yeah, the parfum and what is it? They released so they released the parfum and I have it in my cart. I was this close to purchasing it, and I'm like looking at that. I'm like, man, I think for the 100 ml, it's like 160 something
90.
dollars, $170, something like that.
No, 190, 90.
Whew,
It's
190 for the 100 ml.
155, 155 for the 50.
For the 50 ml, that's right. So I was like, you know what? Before I spend that, I want to smell it. So I'm gonna probably go to Macy's tomorrow. Where I live in Florida, I live in Ocala, Florida. So I don't know if you're familiar with Ocala, but
Yeah,
Ocala is like they call it the horse capital of the world. So
exactly.
there's not a lot of like, and I've been talking to the guys about it. I've been talking to everybody about it. Like, there's no niche around here. There's really, I mean, the only place that really sells niche here is Dillard's, where they have like PDM, they have Inicio, and they just got Mind Games in, at least the Dillard's by us. But that's pretty much it. So I haven't really gotten the opportunity to, I don't get the opportunity to smell a lot of fragrances that are at least niche, right? But the designers, typically I go to Macy's or whatever and I smell. So I haven't gone to Macy's yet, but tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and check it out. So what do you think about the parfum? The parfum?
I don't want to give any spoilers. It feels like I don't want to give a spoiler for a movie
Ah.
because many people talking about Dolce Gabbana. The one is a classic. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
a DNA that it's like a DNA that everybody wants to have it in their collection. You know, like Bleu de Chanel, like Le Male, 1 Million, Dior Homme. Yeah, Dolce Gabbana, the one is the one that you needed. You know, that is improving. Yes, it is improving. So that's a great news. Um, if you want me to tell you my thoughts, I can tell you my thoughts, but I prefer, like go to Macy's, check out for yourself. It's improving for sure. The 2025 is smell a little bit different than the previous one, which is gonna be replaced. It's gonna be replaced by that one. And if you still like the EDP from the original one, you better get it because they're gonna snatch that. But
Yeah, the old formulation.
if you ask me from the whole line of the ones without taking care of the Middle Eastern ones, the special edition ones, for me the one that is the best is the Dolce Gabbana, the one or the Parfum Intense, the black bottle.
Yeah, I've not even smelled that one.
Yeah,
I have
that,
not
that
smelled
one
that
for
one.
me is the best one. The Parfum definitely is good. You need it. You need it. It's like, for me, I prefer to wait until I see Elixir, Absolutes, until I pull the trigger. Unless that is something really good in terms of designers, and that's part of the story I'm going to tell you how I entered into this fragrance community, because I used to have a fragrance addiction since I was like young, like 4 years old. My dad, my grandpas, my uncles, everybody were putting perfume. So I was like a home alone doing the same thing when I was a kid. Yeah, I was playing with Old Spice, and back then I
Yes.
used to play with Anteos, with all these Polo Green, Carons, the Givenchy's. So pretty much I have a background of wearing perfumes because in our community, in the Hispanic community, is as well as in Europeans, it's part of the wardrobe, and we grew up like that. It's not like we just discovered it like 3 years ago when everything exploded about perfumery in terms of marketing, in terms of popularity. In our community, it's different. It's totally different. It's part of our it's the last piece that you need to use before you step out of the door. So yeah, it's
Yes.
different. So
It's yeah. Our culture, so the Latino culture is heavily, even what's crazy is that even if you think about it, right? Even in with our food. Like everything has we draw fragrance to a memory or something. Even now as an older man that I am now, right? I'm 41. I draw everything like to nostalgia. Everything is nostalgic to me. So as
Yeah.
growing up, I can relate to that, because growing up, I remember my father buying me fragrances on Avon, like back in the day, like in the early 90s. And I remember getting the Avon, I think Stetson. One of those fragrances was started off with Avon, and or the aftershave. I would use the aftershave like if it was a fragrance, like if it was straight up cologne. And I'm just pouring it in my hands. I'm just pouring it everywhere. I'm on my head, and I'm just filling myself up with just insane aftershave. There you go. There you go. Uh-huh. That's the old school one. That's right.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
one.
I'm telling you, brother. And so, yes, the fragrances and perfume and everything is just since I was a kid as well. Since I was a kid. So let's go ahead and get into that a little bit. So explain to me, or let us know. So where are you from? Like where is Rafael from?
Well, first of all, you don't look like 41. That's good.
Ah,
That's
thank you,
good.
my
You look
friend.
great.
Listen,
You look
stop it.
great.
I know I'm light skinned, but I'll blush a little bit too. So don't make me turn red, my brother.
And second of all, yeah, I'm from Peru. I moved to America in 2001. I have Italian background. My great grandfather was Italian from Venice. I discovered the France community by mistake, just because I was tired about the designers don't last on my skin anymore. So I purchased Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum after I was using it a lot of the Eau de Toilette. I said, I need something else. I need something like, like it gives me that impression, something with depth, body. So I decided to, start reading articles about perfumery, because I used to buy Square and GQ magazine. So I was reading, like they always have a section about perfumes and clothes and everything.
The
And
samples in
then
the magazines too.
yeah, samples for example. And then it was an article that it caught my attention. I started reading about it. The next best thing, it was Oudh, and the article was talking about Oudh and how Oudh is gonna transform and completely make a revolution in perfumery. Little to know, back then in 2015, when I read that article, Tom Ford, when he used to work for Gucci, he already utilized Oud, and he made that M7. So for Yves Saint Laurent, because he used to work for Gucci and Yves Saint Laurent, and then get out of there and then create his own. And I said, Tom Ford, yeah, I have done some Tom Ford. So I used to rock this Tom Ford, which not many people talk about it anymore, which is this one,
That's the Noir. Yeah, the
the
Noir.
Noir. So this is my kind of perfume. So if you ask me, I'm kind of like with depth, with punchy, with patchouli, and I didn't even figure it out, put pieces together. Like, what is patchouli? Patchouli in our culture, we use patchouli to kind of like some sort of give you witchcraft and some stuff like that. Patchouli is kind of like, oh, you want to catch the attention from the woman that you like? Yeah, wear patchouli. That's how we grew up. But that's the only thing that I recall in my mind. Oh, patchouli. Okay, patchouli. But lavender, rose? No. How come I'm going to wear rose? No. All these perfumes has roses, florals, lavender. And it's like, whoa, what is this? Okay. And then I start going for the oud. I start buying all the designers that they carry oud. And I bought this. Shouldn't be prepared, but yeah, I bought this John Barbados oud.
Wow. Yes.
So that was my supposed to be first encounter with oud, which is not really a nude, but 10 years later, I figured out, oh, okay, it's not oud, but it's kind of close to what is supposed to be oud,
Was supposed to, yeah,
which
like the
is
essence of it.
cypriot. Yeah. And yeah, this, it's more woody, and unfortunately, John Barbados doesn't last. But to me, this one lasts a little bit more, and many people don't talk about this one. It's really good, beautiful, and it's discontinued, and you can find it on discounter only. But it's really good, really, really good.
Listen
So
to
after that, I started buying, and then I discovered in 2016 Xerjoff.
yes, brother. That collection behind you, I was like, whoo. So how? If you can put a number, I don't know if you even know how many bottles do you think you own of Xerjoff?
Xerjoff,
Yes.
probably around 300.
Woo.
Yeah, because I'm not only having the what you see on their website.
Mm-hmm.
I have also the discontinued ones, and the all the exclusives
Yeah, I want to say the exclusives.
are there. So basically, when I start buying. I bought my very first perfume from Sergio was More Than Words, and that was kind of like it completely flipped the whole idea of perfumery to me. Like, whoa, what is this? It gave me goosebumps. I never got a goosebumps smelling a perfume. And that's the very first perfume that it gave me a goosebumps. I was like, now I'm gonna know that every time when I smell a perfume that I really love, it's gonna give me a goosebump. And it's funny because many times, like there's certain perfume that they give me the goosebump. I know that it's gonna resonate in my life, and yeah, it truly resonated all these years since I started collecting. And then in 2016, when I met one of the members of the brand, I actually met also Sergio Momo, only online, only online. So, and that's the story. That's how we actually started getting to know each other, talking to each other. Then in 2017, they told me, "Hey, listen, we're gonna reopen our website, and we're gonna be like we're gonna try to ship worldwide. So would you like to help us?" Yeah, sure. I'm on it. So in 2018, they decided to open their website, and I decided like, okay, I'm gonna open a Facebook group, because back then many people doesn't know that, but back in 2011, between 2011 and 2020, Facebook groups, fragrance groups, they were the thing, like you have to be on those groups to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
So besides watching YouTube, it was the Facebook groups. So now it's not so much popular as before, but it's still going with certain people, and there's new people also there. But Facebook group was kind of like for me to go and discover more brands that I actually served you. And then in 2018, I opened that group, which is still going, almost 12,000 members there. And then I opened the Instagram and I started collaborating with Xerjoff for free, completely free, nothing, like just start collaborating. And then I met them in person finally in 2023, believe it or not, after the pandemic. And then starting this year in April, I start working officially for them.
So so before actually officially working for them, as far as like was that your first time ever working in fragrance at all, or were you
Yeah.
working in fragrance before? Okay, so that was the first time working in fragrance.
Yeah,
Wow.
completely first time. Like never, in Peru, I'm a dentist in Peru. I'm a dentist in
Ah,
Peru.
okay.
And here in America, I work as a private nurse. So it has nothing to do with perfumery, but my dad used to be in marketing, used to be like in a variety of companies, important companies in Peru. So the management and the kind of marketing knowledge I have it from my dad. But other than that, it's just like the passion of perfumery that it brought me to this. I always have that passion, and thank God, I'm fortunate. Like I was talking to the right people, and from that people, I started to talk to many other people, because I'm not only friends with now working for Sergio, but I also know many people in the industry, in the fragrance industry.
Yeah, and that's such a beautiful thing. That's one thing that I can definitely say was very enlightening for me when I went to ScentXplore, because that was my first time actually getting out there, meeting like-minded individuals that were pretty much in love with fragrance as well. Because my passion started, like the deep passion for it started later in life, but I can recall loving fragrance my whole life, like since I was a kid. Like we said, it's very heavy in the Spanish culture as well. Always smelled good. My father always smelled good, and that man, he was a Vietnam veteran, fought in a war for 4 years, and that brother never missed a fragrance in his life. Every day I would smell him coming down the hallway. And so I was like, that just that impression on my life kind of just took off as well. But with me, the passion really took off early last year, when I started getting into different profiles, because I was always just like a designer type of person as well, like designer or whatever else. Never really put a lot of thought behind it. But for me, ironically, the first fragrance that I think for me that really made me fall, where I smelled it and I was like, whoa, this thing is amazing, was Burberry Touch back in 2000, and I want to say 2001, around there, 2001, 2002. Man, I remember I bought that fragrance, brother, and I put that on, and I never smelled anything like it at that point in my life. And I just remember I just lathered myself in it. And everybody and anybody that came in contact with me was like, "What are you wearing?" And it was just, so when I tie it to memories, happy memories, really big moments with fragrance, I can tie it back to the Burberry line. Even back then there was Burberry London, which I think they renamed it.
Yeah.
It's no longer Burberry London. Now it's called just regular Burberry, I think. But
Hmm.
Burberry London and Burberry Touch, those were like my signature scents back in the day, and Burberry Brit as well. So the Burberry line,
Okay.
I owe a lot to it with falling in love with fragrance originally, when it comes to that as well.
So you like cozy perfumes, huh?
Yes, yes, I love cozy perfumes. Like I enjoy a lot of like freshies and stuff like that, but I love the stuff that has a little edge to it, a little rough around the edges.
Sure.
Um, yeah, I like stuff that's just weird and different, man. I really, really do. And I'm realizing now, because I wasn't even like, I really started getting. I never even heard of niche into last year. This my whole channel and my fragrance content really started off because I was creating content for sneakers. I'm a big sneakerhead,
Nice.
and so this channel that I have used to be a sneaker channel for about a good almost 2 years, and I was creating content here doing sneakers. But I'm telling you, sneakers is almost like the fragrance realm as far as prices and I mean, I was buying a pair of sneakers. Sometimes two, three pairs of sneakers in a week would come out, and you're talking about $200, $300 a pair. I mean, that stuff adds up. And I was like, I
Yeah,
cannot keep
sure,
this
sure.
up, brother. I cannot keep this up. I need a different niche. But and I was like, you know what? I love fragrance. Let me just do a little review, and it kind of took off. And I was like, this is kind of cool. I like this. And it kind of
Yeah.
developed from there. Even before the sneaker channel, I have a separate channel that used to be called Pixels and Bytes, a tech YouTube channel, which I did
Hmm.
content there as well. So I've always been into content creation, but last year is when I really dove into fragrance and kind of just realized how vast the fragrance world is. Like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it
Yeah.
is insane.
Tremendous.
Like, yeah, no, it is insane, and it is insane, and it's really eye opening when you speak about fragrances. And when I went to New York this time, and we were going to some of the stores that we were going with Walt, Mo, Corey, a lot of the fellas, Kev, Gems, we were all chilling together. And when I walked in some of these stores and see how packed they are, I'm like, wow, like people really
It's
are in love with fragrance, man. It's a beautiful thing. I love it.
10 years ago, it wasn't like that. I
Yeah.
can tell you, it wasn't like that at all. They were looking. If you talk to people that they don't care about perfumes or they care a little bit about perfumes, they look at you like you're insane. What's wrong with you? What you like? But it's no, it really increased. For example, my first perfume, that the one that I purchased with my own money, with my tips, back in 1986, was this one, the Noir. And then
Yes.
the very first perfume that I purchased here when I moved here was this one, this guess.
I
So
recognize the bottle. Which one is that one? Was there a specific name for it? I remember
it's
that
Guess
bottle.
Man.
Guess
Guess Man.
man.
Because in dental school, I used to rock this one, this Guess Man, which is totally different. It's very powdery, lavender roof. So this one was kind of like this one and Cool Water were like my two perfumes in dental school. And then when I moved here, of course, I bought Cool Water, and also I bought this one. You know, like this one is really good, and it's funny because when you actually recognize the smell, it brought me back to the very first years of when I moved here. But when you find this one, you can see that, oh, for example, this one is made by, it's not Cody, it's another distributor, okay? And this is the one that actually smelled exactly like that time because this was reformulated 3 times and it doesn't smell like when I used to wear it, as well as this one and as well as Dracar Noir. Dracar Noir, I believe, is I don't remember, but yeah, it changes. It changed that, and it's like, wow! I start figuring out like why change? Why they kill it? It's because the resources, because somebody sell and sold this and that. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But
And
basically, that's how I started, to collect more when I moved here.
yeah, and that's even something crazy because even like when we talk about fragrance in general, like the basic, your average consumer fragrance person, like even with reformulations, that's stuff that I never even learned. I never even knew I never knew that fragrances were reformulated up until I started getting into fragrance heavy. So these are things that
Yeah.
sometimes I try to think objectively as well when I'm reviewing a fragrance or when I'm just trying something out. I'm trying to think like, all right, what would the average consumer think about this? Because they don't really care about reformulations. They just want to
They
smell
don't
good
care.
at the moment. They want to smell good at the moment for a specific occasion. And that's what really the average consumer is looking for. They're like, listen, okay,
Yeah.
what smells good? You tell me what smells good and can I wear it for this and that? And that's it. They don't
Yeah.
care about reformulations. But with
They don't
us, is
care.
we get into it, we're getting to know it. Like I remember, man, I can go back to high school. I don't know if you remember the cigar fragrances, Cuba, the Cuba
Yeah, Cuba. Yeah.
cigars. And they had the
Sure.
brown Cuba, they had the blue Cuba. And
They
in
have
high
a
school,
variety. Yes.
brother, in high school, the brown one, eso era, woo, fuego. That was fire. That
It's
was, I
like
mean, we spraying it. Everybody's like sweating you. Everybody's just talking about it. It was good times, man.
Curve. Curve was the other one.
Curve,
Curve. Yeah.
CK1. I remember some of the early CK1.
CK1.
Jupe, like the old
Yeah.
school Jupe. I remember, man. I remember the first time I smelled Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
That
Well.
for me, my nose, brother. When I smelled that, I was like, ooh, I felt like I was the boss. I was like, hold up, what's this? I was like 15 years old at the time, and so yeah,
This for me
there you
the one
go.
the Fahrenheit that
Yeah,
I love is this one, which is the Parfum. Yeah, like I'm telling you, like I still have that kind of vintage side of me that it goes to those kind of perfumery, like Chipras and Fougères. Uh, I love many modern perfumery, but the vintage and the Fougères there have a special spot in my life because of it bring me back memories, and that's the special thing that probably start making people more addicted to perfumes since the pandemic because it brings back memory, and especially for young generation, my grandpa, my uncle, my dad, and even with women, like, oh, remind me like my dad or my uncle, my grandpa, my mother, my grandma. Oh, when I used to be in this place when I was a kid, in high school, my first kiss, whatever. Those memories, they're attached to your mind, and it's good that we actually use this link to actually revive those moments.
yes, yes. One fragrance house that I give credit to that I feel like may be underrated, but the replica line, even though the replica line from Meso Margiela, like specifically when I first smelled Jazz Club. I smelled Jazz Club in, I forgot, I don't know if it was a Sephora, But man, when I smelled that, I smelled it for the first time early last year. When I smelled that fragrance, it reminded me because I'm a musician, so I come from like in Buffalo. There's a heavy jazz influence there. Buffalo is a very musical city. They call it the
Oh
Queen
yeah.
City. It's nowhere near as big as New York City, but Buffalo has a rich culture of musicians, of all types of stuff. And so I used to play like I play clarinet, trumpet, but I play conga, timbal, bongo. I used to play all my life with
Nice.
my uncles. He had salsa groups, so we grew up singing and playing music in the church as well, just in general. So it's that struck a memory with me. And I remember smelling that and almost getting emotional because I started thinking about when growing up, I started thinking about going to jazz clubs and the smell that it would give you. And it was just such an amazing thing. So yeah, fragrance is powerful. It's very powerful.
It is.
Um,
It is.
my grandmother was a songwriter as well, and so now I'm in the mode where I'm like, in the future I would love to possibly, who knows, create a fragrance inspired by maybe some of her poems, some of her songs, just to trigger memories and stuff like that. So I think fragrance in general is such a therapeutic hobby as well. I think
Yep.
it's very
It
good like
is.
that.
It
Yeah.
is. That's probably one of the reasons that after the pandemic, many people discover like how essential is in our lives the sense of the smell. You know, like if you don't smell, pretty much your life is cut it in half. So like losing your sense of smell of the taste, it's like it's killing you alive. You know, so many people probably figure it out like, oh, I just recovered my sense of smell, so happy, like then they just won the lottery. Can you imagine if people never recover that? So that's why people start appreciating probably the perfumes more than ever, because it's kind of like it brought me back to life. So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
very, yeah, it's true like that. And so I'm beginning to now, I'm in the phase of my fragrance journey where I'm beginning to attach myself to certain, to become more emotional about it. And I think that's important for us that are fragrance enthusiasts, collectors, is that we don't lose sight of that, because with so many fragrances coming out, so many new things on the horizon, I think it's good to know that it's okay to tie ourselves to certain fragrances and to really enjoy it more than just a scent. It really is a lifestyle. It really is a journey. And just like with any journey, you start off here, you go somewhere else, and it kind of twists. And sometimes you may go back to what you used to love before, and you kind of just develop your palate. And that's where I'm at. I'm kind of like developing my palate, and I'm noticing I like stuff that I didn't like before.
Yeah,
And that's the beautiful thing. You notice these little nuances.
it's gonna happen to many who started like
Hmm.
started discovering, and I can tell you, events like you went, for example, ScentXplore, those are the key elements of your journey. So if you really, really
Hmm.
want to get to know to this industry, how is behind the scenes, and give you more idea that there's not only the perfumes that the brands that some people talk about it constantly, that there's many other creations around. You're gonna figure out, oh damn, this is good. It's not only one way, so many different ways that you can go. You can go to indie, you can go to designers, you can go to niche, artisanal, luxury niche, and things like that. You know, like it is beautiful. It's beautiful to discover, and I really like it that I spend my uh, kind of like close to my 60s, these kind of passions. You know, it's really
Almost it.
good.
Raf, come on, brother. You look like you like 40, 45, 46 years old, my brother.
I'm 50. Well, I'm turning 52.
Really,
So
52. You look good, my brother. You
yeah,
look good, man. I feel like
thank you.
nowadays also is just like when I tell people I'm 41, they're like, "What?" And I'm like, not that I'm saying I look
Yeah,
younger than that, but it's like, sometimes the way you feel, the way you carry yourself
yeah,
will allow you to present yourself and look younger. And so fragrance helps with that too. I'm like, listen, you want to
yeah,
feel young? Get yourself a nice fragrance, man. Spray
yeah,
something fresh, spray something that you're gonna enjoy, is gonna make you feel a certain type of way. And you kind of invoke that persona. and it makes you just slightly younger. So it's really a journey, man. And so fragrance is a beautiful thing. And yeah, ScentXplore was amazing, man. ScentXplore, I love seeing the behind the scenes stuff that we don't see. You know, us here, we're behind a camera, and so people get to see us as we are on camera. And it was great to meet a lot of people there and kind of just see the person behind the camera and see the authenticity behind a lot of people as well. It was just really enjoyable, and it was a great experience. It was crazy, it was busy, but it was worth it, man. I'm so glad I did it. I want to go to some more. I know there's one coming up, what, in Miami, right? There's a Cosmoprof.
Cosmoprof, yes.
Yes, yes. So I was looking up the information today, as a matter of fact, just to see the details, because now I'm like, okay, realistically, where can I go? Who can I meet? Being here in Florida, you know, Florida's not as, I guess, busy as it is in New York City, but nonetheless, we have Orlando, or is an hour away. We have Miami. Miami for me is probably like 3.5, 4 hours away. So it's not a bad drive. And in Florida, I feel like you would know more about this than me. I mean, how many events do we have other than Cosmoprof in Florida? What other events do we have, or is that the only one?
No, I'm gonna explain to you how's the process of the events and
Mm-hmm.
which are the ones that you need to choose to go. Okay, because I'm being in all of them, minus Piri Fragranze, which is in Florence, in Italy. That's the only one that I didn't go. I will probably never go. But because it's more like a very, very, very niche, like a very small and medium brands, niche brands there. And it's kind of like in between Cannes and Dubai Beauty World. Maybe Shanghai, that's the one that is probably the one that I might go just to figure it out one time and that's it. But this is how it goes. Cosmoprof was never been a fragrance event. Never until 2022. In 2022, when everybody started getting out of the pandemic, couple of houses, Middle Eastern houses, went there. Then in 2023, it was the double of 2022, and then in 2024 was like another ScentXplore. Okay, but you're not gonna see that it's only perfumes. There's beauty.
Yep.
So you're gonna see
Makeup and stuff like
nails,
that. Mm-hmm.
makeup, nails, hair, like it's a bunch of stuff. So there's a spots with perfumery. So last year, for example, was like people from Europe, from Switzerland, from Portugal, from Dubai, Saudi Arabia, like many, many, many brands came, but you won't see, for example, Mawj. I don't know if they're gonna be here this time, but you're not gonna see any luxury niche brands like Xerjoff, Mawj. That's not the event for them. Bodicea, unless that they change their mind and they want to be there. But mostly this Cosmoprof is for the distributors in South America have the opportunity to meet these people instead of flying to Dubai or to Europe.
So it's more of a networking between distributors and the brands.
And, and the brands, yes. Okay. And the last 2 years, especially last year, the TikTok influencers took cover of this. Why? Because certain distributors here in America, they say like, "Oh, I'm gonna fly you all. You guys go there to Miami and come with me." So they go in like in a group, like a mob, and they go booth by booth, and they were going like, yeah, like just make it the presence. So for the distributors to actually meet these kids or these guys on TikTok is kind of like for kind of like promotion, like who I met, the guy who actually went viral, you know? So that's kind of the way. So if you want to go to Cosmoprof, you need to get in touch with a house or a brand that you want it, that you know that they're gonna be there. In order, can we do a meetup? Can we do a one-on-one? And then they can provide you a pass, because the pass to get there is kind of expensive, but not as expensive as going to Cannes, for example. Cannes is another different level. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
can only imagine.
that's Cosmoprof. since you live here in Florida, it's not costly for you. You know, you can be here 1 or 2 days, and that's about it. And it's not that expensive because Airbnb is super cheap. And that's Cosmoprof. But the main event in the whole entire year, in the whole entire industry, is Essence.
Yes.
Essence in Milan, every single fragrance brand goes there. In the last 3 years, they're increase to a point that not only niche and small niche brands are going, also designers are going. But they're not getting into the convention. They're actually doing events outside of the convention. So if you want to meet, for example, France Dubois, or meet Xerjoff, or meet Roja, or meet Boisé Victorious, you're not going to meet them there in the event. You're going to meet them in hotels, in apartments, in Airbnbs that they actually hired, and then you can meet these teams by invitation only. But if you want to go to Essence, yeah, you have to apply. I believe they're going to open the beginning of the next year, which is around the corner. And then you apply as a content creator. They're going to review your content creation, and they're going to say, okay, we can give you a pass. Otherwise, you have to pay.
Look at that. Okay? It's very interesting because when we were in ScentXplore, there was a few houses that were there. For example, one I could think of, Sarah Baker. So I had reached out to Sarah Baker prior to going to ScentXplore. I was doing, reaching out to certain brands, letting them know, hey, I heard you're going to be there. I would love to meet you. And so Sarah Baker's one, they wanted to meet me. They scheduled an appointment with me. Hey, be here Friday, 3 p.m. That's why I was rushing I landed from the airport to the hotel, got dressed, did what I had to do. And I was like, I got to be there. Because mind you, I've never been to any event. So ScentXplore, I didn't know it was kind of a free-for-all in ScentXplore. So what I found interesting in some of the brands that were there for the first time. Like Sarah Baker, they said they had just flew in from London. And they were saying, because when I got there like 15 minutes late, like around 3:15. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I thought this was going to be like more personable, more appointment-like, because she said that's the way it is in Europe. But she's like, this is our first time at this event, and it's kind of like everybody's just there. You don't have no privacy. So I guess in Essence, it's more private. It's more controlled, a controlled environment, right?
Yeah, because they open earlier and they close like around 6, and the spaces are more widespread, because it's a huge convention there, and it's totally different as ScentXplore. ScentXplore, this is the first year that Max Forte, he just moved the venue to another venue, and instead of being one flat floor, now it's 2 floors. So it was kind of like, people there. I understand certain people were complaining about it, but it will be improved because every year you're going to improve. It's the same thing in a SATS, in any event, I shouldn't do this. I'll do it next year. Little by little, you're going to improve. He's going to improve. And yes, Sarah Baker never been there. But for example, if you go to Essence, Sarah Baker always go to Essence. Sarah Baker is one of those brands that they go there. That's kind of like an example of that kind of level of niche that they're going and be at the convention. But for example, by Kilian, outside of the event. Xerjoff, outside of the event. Boisé, outside the event, and many other brands like Roja, even Tom Ford, outside the event.
Yep. Kajal as well, right? Kajal, wasn't there. They were in New York. They're going to be there?
They're going to be there, but they also have the 101. So when they have the 101, it's more private. It's more like, okay, we can work it out. You're a content creator. They actually review your content creation, review your analytics, your engagement. And because of that, okay, we can collab with you. You know what I'm saying? So many people thinking like, oh, I have a channel. Okay, let's collab. Let's do this. It's not that way. Like many brands would love to collab, but not every single content creator can provide what those brands are looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
So certain people need to understand that.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I mean, obviously with content creation, there's so many content creators now. Everybody wants to create content. And man, a lot of people sometimes I'm telling them, I'm like, if you only knew like the amount of work, listen, even for example, keeping it completely real. And that's one thing everybody knows about me and everybody found out about me too when I in New York. You know, I'm very real. I'm the same person behind the camera
Mhm.
in person as well. I'm very transparent with the way I am. I'm just me, you know. And so when I went there, getting to know a lot of them, you know, I'm like, even for here, like for example, for the live, I was
Mhm.
stressing the 2 hours before the live, brother, because I was like, I want things, you know, I like things to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. So when I do something, I want to feel like I'm prepared to do it. And with content creation, a lot of these people like they think it's just as easy. Like, listen, man, you're a content creator. This ain't nothing. I was like, brother, if you only knew the amount of hours we gotta spend away from our responsibilities to focus. Well, at least if you want your content to be high quality content. Like, you know, if you want the content to be with substance, not only visually speaking, right? Even though I love that, right? But you know, you want to have substance, you want to have character, you want to have charisma, and people just think I'm just gonna become a content creator and go to these events and do whatever. And it's like so much more that goes behind there. Like even with me getting ready to go to ScentXplore, I reached out to probably like 30 or 40 different companies just to see, just to get my foot in the door, speak with them, and then I probably got about a good 5 or 6 that responded. And then once you get to ScentXplore, which next year I'm definitely gonna make it the full event because going there Friday, getting there late Friday, I really only had Saturday to soak it all in, and it was difficult because I wanted to create content, plus I wanted to meet people, plus I wanted to smell fragrances, right? And it's like you can't do all three in one day, man. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It was insane. So for the content creation portion, it's very interesting to see where it's gonna land at next year because you got so many new people to the scene, but it's also evolving. But I feel like the quality and the substance behind the content, a lot of these brands and houses are really going to be looking for more than just record this and post it. They're going to be looking for who are you behind the content, right?
Yeah.
Who's the person and
Yeah.
etc. So,
5 years ago, it was like, oh, you have a channel? Let's collab. But now, it's because unfortunately, the way that TikTok is going,
mhm.
people, brands are more cautious now.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's kind of like, in my opinion, they're abusing the system. They're abusing the system because, okay, I have the power of talking to these people, and these people can buy these products. Yeah, but that power is kind of like, in music is like a one hit wonder. It can happen 1 year, 2 years, and then it's gone. So longevity is what brands are looking for right now. And substance, you need to provide substance, provide energy, provide that you're working on it, that you own it. If you're not on it, just looking for make some bucks easy, quickly, just to flip some bottles in the air, no, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. And the thing about it also, man, like the amount of money you can drop on this stuff is really insane. Like you really got to play your cards right. You kind of got to figure things out. And you know, that's why I mean when I started heavy with the affordable cheapies, inspos, and I still do those, right? That's kind of the my bread and butter back when I first started is and even so now, like if I got to review something for the masses, that's what I do because that's what got me into it. But now that I'm getting into niche, it's so rewarding in the sense of the fragrance itself and everything else and how it evolves. And then now I'm getting into like even like indie niche, which I think is probably going to be the next popular thing. I'm thinking I've met some perfumers that I'm like that they're just creating fragrances in their bedrooms, but they're creating these fragrances that I'm like, this smells magnificent. And it's just a one person team. And so I think the pressure behind a lot of these houses, especially like these bigger mainstream houses, they're gonna start seeing these indie niche perfumers come in, really turning the tables upside down and saying, listen, let's create something different, something that's not mainstream. And so it definitely is evolving, and it's interesting to see where fragrance is gonna be at in the next year or even beyond that, for sure.
As soon as you're gonna attend to these events, you're gonna figure it out. what is the bigger picture of this, because you're getting into that picture, but not yet. I'm
Of
gonna
course,
let
yeah.
you probably at the end of 2026 we can have another conversation. You're gonna say, "Hey, brother, I remember what I said to you last year in December." Well, it is not like that. You're gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna tell you exactly because I don't wanna give you spoilers. Just let you know, Essence is the main one. Can is too expensive unless that someone's gonna provide you some sort of like assistance with flights, hotels, whatever. You can go there.
Is it
It's
more expensive than Beauty World? Because I hear, man, I spoke to somebody they're really popping on Instagram. Her name is Tanya. As a matter of fact, I think today's her birthday. You guys probably know her, Tanya. And
Tanya, yeah,
so,
Tanya Sue.
yes, I love her content, man. She's awesome, and she had stated, she paid her own way because a lot of people were like, hey, must be nice. They paid all of it, and she's like, what are you talking about? Everything came out of my own pocket. And so from her and from other creators I've heard, like Beauty World is expensive, but Cans is
No,
even more. Is Essence even
no,
more?
no. I know Tanya. I actually invite Tanya because we have an event in New York City in September. So I invite Tanya to actually come to. I knew that she was small, and I just want like get approach to the small content creators
Of
that I
course.
know that they have potential, because I saw your Instagram, I saw your TikTok. You put a effort on your content. I like that, and I know that you're getting into niche. You're getting to discover the world that I already discovered before I started working
Exactly.
for Sergio. And I like that because that enthusiasm is good. It's gonna pay off quickly. I don't know. It all depends on you. But the thing like a Sans, you go to a Sans, it's expensive. Why? Because you need to cover your Airbnb. It's not that expensive but the food is not expensive in Milano, but the Airbnb, the flight, maybe getting into the convention, it could become a little expensive. Okay, but Cannes is super expensive. It's just the flight is just like $1,500. Just figure it out. 1,500 plus an Airbnb that for 2 days or 3 days that you're gonna be there, like you're gonna spend like around 2,500,
And that
probably
flight is
like
probably
that.
like what, like coach. That's not like first class or anything like
Yeah,
that.
it's not first class.
Yeah.
It's not first class. So yeah, it's like skip cans unless that someone is gonna, because believe it or not, this edition of cans for the first time I saw and I heard there's like three Middle Eastern brands that they were there inside of the convention, because in Cannes only happens around the hotels and the yachts. Okay, that's it. But the main convention where you can go inside and see what's coming next year, because that's exactly what's the purpose of this convention. Um, to get there is like 1,000 euros. A
Sheesh.
thousand euros. Okay, and I'm not gonna mention the three Middle Eastern brands that they were there, but they were there, and they brought up people there, influencers there. So if someone can provide you that, yeah, just go there for to try to experience that, because
Of
the
course. Yeah.
parties are crazy. Our party, Sergio party was the best one. The best one of everybody were talking about it. If you happen to go to Cannes, just let me know. I'm gonna put you on the list. Okay? But I don't recommend to spend that kind of money because it's expensive. But if you want to go to Dubai Beauty World, don't think about niche. Don't think about a small niche. Don't even think about indie. It's only Middle Eastern brands.
Yeah, I
Okay,
heard that too.
there,
It's heavily
there are
Middle Eastern.
certain independents like Arish Ledor, Bornikov, and some other small brands that they inside of the convention. The convention you enter for free because you can apply as a content creator. The Airbnb in Dubai is not expensive. I can guarantee you, I went there in 2023, 2024. I spent like 4 or 5 days. We didn't spend more than $600. Okay.
Wow, not bad. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
And then the flight to Dubai is $800. So pretty much for $2,000 that you can actually spend in New York in December for ScentXplore, you can actually invest it for Dubai Beauty World. But in Dubai Beauty World, you're not gonna see the most popular niche or designers or indies or small niche brands that you can actually want it. Because at the end of the day, what you're gonna go is you're gonna go to an event that perfumes are going to smell like 90-95%
the same.
of the originals.
It's
That's
kind of
like,
like it's kind of a release event for all the dupe inspo houses and stuff like that. Like, hey, this is what's coming in a few months, and and then you
and
get
trust
the
me, if you come into Cosmoprof, you're going to have the same experience that these guys had it in Dubai Beauty World a month ago. Okay? Because how is the process? Many people are saying, like, for example, Dior Homme Parfum was released at the very two last days of last year, right? Okay. But in cosmetics, in beauty, the year doesn't start in January. The year starts at the end of September. That's how the cycle goes. Okay. So whatever is showing in Cannes is what is going to happen. And that's what we call it. We call it like this. Before I start working for Sergio, I figured out this. You see what it says? 2025, 2026.
That's right.
Okay, so that's how it goes. It's not like a perfume has a year. Yes, it has a year, but the year is cut it in half. And then there's like a first quarter, a second quarter, but basically the year doesn't start in January. Okay, so it's like in economics, I believe it's the fiscal year, something like that. Yeah. So in my opinion, if you wanna go to Beauty World, go to Beauty World. It's not that expensive. The food is super cheap. The experience to be at the bottom of Burj Khalifa is priceless. The whole entire experience of Dubai is priceless. The only problem if you contact a Middle Eastern brand, hey, fly me over, sponsor me, you're gonna be a slave.
Yeah, you're gonna be stuck with them.
You're not gonna have time for yourself. You're just gonna be exhausted because they're gonna tell you you have to be here in the booth every single time when we open. And then if we have a party, you're gonna have to be in my party, not in somebody else's party. If I fly you, you have to be with me, and only me. So if you want to do that, do it. Or do like Tanya. You know, like Tanya went with her
You pay your own way, and you get to enjoy it the
husband.
way you want. Yeah.
She enjoyed, she was there, she was here, she was there. But for the people and content creators that they go in there to Beauty World is business.
Exactly. Yeah, it's business. Yeah.
So if you don't care about to make any business, okay, don't contact any brands and go by yourself.
Exactly. Man, this is a good insight, guys. I hope the chat is enjoying this too, man. I appreciate you guys. What I want to do is read some of these chats, and then I want to get into some of these. I don't want to hold you up too long. I know that we had originally said like by 9.
I'm gonna give you a brief, history of the brand, which is my purpose also to tell you.
Yeah.
But let's go to the chat because you abandoned your chat.
No, my chat is there. I'm gonna go ahead and read a few, and then we're gonna get into some of these, and then we can talk about Xerjoff. And I can tell you my initial experience with when I purchased my first Xerjoff. I was like, my God, what an experience. But guys, I appreciate everybody that's in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and what's good, Kev? Smell good. He's gonna be going live in a little bit as well later on. So I appreciate you, Kev, for chiming in, man, for real. Let's go ahead and see who else is here. We have Joel. What's good, my friend? I appreciate you guys. Everybody shouting you out, Raph. Joel shouted you out. Everybody shouting. Yo, Raph, you're popular. Let me tell you something, brother. You support the community. And so you as well, brother. I appreciate you because when I go to other people's chats and lives, you're there supporting, and that means a lot. So I want to shout you out for that, brother, for real. So it's always nice. Yeah, and then let's go ahead and Ricky, what's good? Thank you guys for chiming in. Latinos don't age. Ya tú sabes, bro. Claro que no. Mi raza. That is right. Okay, and so let's go ahead, Jay. Simone,
That
by the
that
way, thank you
that
for the
handle
super chat,
name,
Simone.
handle name.
I'm telling you, brother. Mr. Clark, what's good, man? What's good? Welcome, guys. As you guys are, if you guys are still here, let me know what y'all rocking, man. What fragrances you guys are rocking? Again, Simone, shout out. Thank you so much for the super chat. You are too kind, too nice. I appreciate you. You didn't have to, but I appreciate that. Believe me. Thank you so much. And I think we are good. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and get into Xerjoff itself. Let's talk about it, and we can either get into the samples if you want, or if you want to just start off by
No,
talking a little bit about it. Let's get into that for sure.
yeah, let me tell you about the history of the brand, because the first thing that I'm gonna tell you, because it's so many people, especially the Hispanic community, the Latinos, my community, and also other communities, I heard the name mispronounced, like like it has to be corrected, as well as some other issues that we as a team, as part of Xerjoff, we like to actually. Like, we just wanna put the info out there.
Of
You know,
course. Hey, school me,
you
brother.
don't
School
have to
me. If
do
I'm saying it
it. You
incorrect,
want
let me know, man.
you want to call it the way that you want it. It's up to you. But at least I have to put my job is to tell you the story of the brand and how we actually do in Italy. The brand started in 2000, actually at the end of 2006. At the end of 2006, so next year is actually our 20th anniversary, and it's gonna be celebrations all over the place.
Brother, count me in, bro. Count me.
Yeah, if you, yeah, definitely for Milano, you are there. Don't worry about it. Okay, so 2000, at the end of 2006, it was created by Sergio Momo. Sergio Momo is from Torino. He got his business partner. I'm not gonna say her name, but these two, they actually create Sergio, and the name came from when Sergio Momo moved from Torino to London to study, and then after finished school, he actually started working in London. His colleagues used to call him Sir, like just Sir, 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 all the time, Sir.
Okay.
And his grandma, his grandmother, she used to call him Joff. So that's they put it together, and it's Sir Joff. That's
That
it.
is beautiful. I never knew that. That is awesome to know, man. That is awesome to know.
Yeah, that's how the
So it's
name is
pronounced
pronounced.
Sir. So it's pronounced almost like a Z, right? Like a mixture between an S and a Z. Xerjoff.
Yeah, it's just like that.
There
You
you
see
go.
these three, Sir, like yes sir, yes sir. How are you, sir? Sir Joff.
Xerjoff. That's perfect. I'm never gonna say it the old way again, brother. I'm gonna say
Yep,
Xerjoff now. From that's it.
Sir Joff. So then he created a couple of perfumes, because he started reaching out some people, because he has the idea of this brand. He has the idea to put it together, because he studied for he has a designer background, and then he started creating, like how the bottles are gonna look. And I created these two perfumes inspired by this and that. So he started knocking some doors, and finally one door was open for him. He presented his idea for these two perfumes, and he created um, this magnificent leather perfume called Homme. Homme was the very first perfume that Sergio put out, and that was Sergio Momo with his idea of this perfume, and it's a very heavy leather.
Mm-hmm.
And then he created L. I have the L anniversary, but I don't know where is L, but yeah, L and Homme, which in French is uh, she and her, or her, him and her, ella or él. So
Were those the original bottles as well? Like that style bottle? Was that has that always been so?
no, the style of the bottle was like a square, like a square. And at the beginning was like a really square, and then it reminiscent to a like a sarcophago. Okay, so why reminiscent like that? Because in Torino, believe it or not, in Torino, there's a museum, an Egyptian museum. It's the second largest museum in the world. So the Xerjoff business partner got inspired by that museum to see the crowns of the kings, of the Egyptian kings, to inspire and create this cap.
It's probably one of the most iconic caps in fragrance, to be honest with you. Like, anytime you see that flared cap, it's immediately correlated with Xerjoff. Like, no matter where you go, it's probably the most marketable cap and bottles in fragrance, I think. No matter where you go, if you see that cap or bottle, you know immediately it's
Immediately,
Xerjoff.
it's a Xerjoff. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
part of the signature presence in any perfume display. The only issue that we have lately, because of the increase of the popularity, especially on TikTok, is this. If you can see that the cap has the name on it,
Yeah.
Xerjoff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But because of people like to play around, they say, no, it looks better like this. No, it looks better like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to avoid that and to avoid no kind of like breaking the concept of how they produce this cap and how they get inspired, the brand decided to put the name on it, Xerjoff. So you're gonna see that, and you're gonna see in the Casa Morati's ones, Casa Morati. It says clearly Casa Morati.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So the
you're gonna
Casa
see
Morati
this.
line is more in line to what the bottle used to be, right? Almost like the shape, like the silhouette of it.
Yeah, because the Casa Morati, I'm gonna show you a bottle of Casa Morati that is the very. This is actually my very very third bottle purchased in 2016, and this is how the bottle looks like. This is the evolution of the Casa Morati, for example. Let me pull the new look of the 1888, which is a really beautiful perfume. So this is the evolution.
I love those bottles too, man. Those bottles are really nice. It almost looks like a torso as well on top with
It
these
is a
shoulders.
torso.
So
It
there you
is a
go.
torso.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
it
There
is
you
a
go.
torso. It is a torso, and the story of Casamurati, which 2 years after Sergio Momo actually create Xerjoff, he started getting into some markets, and some markets start getting like, oh, we love your perfumes, but to be honest with you, Xerjoff doesn't sound Italian. So how are we gonna say like this is an Italian perfumery? We need something like, sound more like Italian appeal. Well, little to know, he actually discovered that there's a brand at the end of the 1800s that it was kind of like dead, and nobody cares about that brand. It was discontinued, and he smelled one of the perfumes that they created. The very first Casamurati they created was this one. Uh, he calls Mephisto.
Yes, I've seen that bottle as
So,
well.
so why Mephisto? Because it was created for the barber shops. So he decided to buy the brand. They contact the family. The family decided to sell it, and they actually created they got like the first four formulas, and they started from there. So after the
Wow.
very first four formulas, they created all these other perfumes. So as you see, for example, in the 1888, it's because Casamorati was founded. If you put you see the back of
Mm-hmm.
the bottle,
Yes. Yep.
1888.
1888. Yep.
1888. So yeah, that's the story of Casamurati and Xerjoff. And then little by little, they start creating collections, like the 1717 collections, like the 1861 collection, like they joined the club. Kemi now is called K collection, and many exclusive perfumes that they created for certain markets. So each collection that I just mentioned to you has a meaning, has a story. It was created by an idea, a storytelling idea, and then from there they create the collection. So to tell you about each collection story, because in each collection there's a perfume that it possesses a story. Each bottle possesses a story. So it's like I can tell you, we can have many other live streams throughout 2026. And I can tell you, okay, let's take care of the history of the 1861 collection, for example. I can explain to you kindly what is the history of that. The 1770 collection, which is the most expensive collection, I can tell you that. So there's many stories throughout the Xerjoff portfolio that I can tell you, but I would like to know which one was your very first Xerjoff.
Man, so recently, you know what? Let me go ahead and get the bottle. It's behind me. I should have brought it. Go on a second.
Sure. Okay, let me say hello to some of people in the Simone, Joe, Clark. Who else? Yeah, well, everybody.
Everybody's in the chat, man. I appreciate it. They were so awesome, man. So let me pull up this one. You know what? I lost my chat box. Where the heck is it at? But yeah, so my first Xerjoff, see how I said it correctly. Xerjoff is El Comandante.
Nice.
And there we are right there. And listen, brother, when I got this bottle, so shout out to I don't know if you're familiar on Instagram with, I believe his name is Sense by Nick. He was actually at ScentXplore, and I met him officially in person. He was busy though. But his name, yeah, I think Sense by Nick or Sense Nicks or Nick Sense. It's one of those. Anyway, he just started a YouTube channel as well, by the way, like probably like a few weeks ago. But he posted up that he was selling some fragrances from his collection. And so I've been hearing about Xerjoff and always, hearing about it, but never experiencing it. Smelling a few samples here and there, but nothing really. And I knew about Naxos because Naxos is like the staple that everybody speaks of. And I was like, what do I start off with? And so when I saw that he had this for sale, I immediately said, well, you know what? That doesn't seem like a bad price. I think I think he sold it to me for like $100, and it was pretty much full. And so he went on there and he told me what the fragrance was. I looked up the notes and I said, you know what? That seems like something that I would definitely enjoy. And I purchased it off him. He sent it. So shout out to him. But yeah, this right here is magnificent. When I opened up that box, brother, I've never experienced still, honestly speaking, 1000%. There's no unboxing like a Xerjoff unboxing. Like,
yeah,
it evoked the same emotion that I got when you get a brand new iPhone. And it's even more premium than that because, and listen, I put it away. I throw out all my boxes. That one, I got it in the collection, my brother. I got it in the collection because
it feels bad, right? It feels
brother,
bad if you want to
I can't do it. I'm like, I got to do something with this. Maybe I'll put a cigar in there with a little humid pack. I got to do something. I can't throw it away because it's so beautiful, man. The experience, and also just the fragrance itself. This fragrance is beautiful, man. I love it. And everybody that comes to my house, when they see this fragrance on my collection, they immediately just want to try it. They're like, let me go ahead and test it out. And they love it. So my first and only right now in the collection is El Comandante. But I cannot wait to add more. I'm actually in the process. I'm trying to get Monkey Special in my collection. So I'm working on that, trying to get that in. And I love that profile, man. That scent profile. I smelled the sample of it and I was like, sheesh. So I definitely need that in the collection. But there's so many. Like you said, there's so many. So I got to do my homework and really kind of focus on probably 2 or 3 that I really want and then tackle them. But Yeah, man, this is my first one in the collection, and I'm in love with it, brother. Like everything, the bottle, just everything in general is beautiful. It really is luxurious. Yeah, luxurious.
Yeah. I remember
Mm.
when you tagged me. I knew that it was Comandante, but
Mhm.
I just want to, tell you
Yeah.
to ask you to actually show it.
Hmm.
Yeah, just to give you a little brief explanation about that
Yeah, educate me on that
collection.
because I don't know too much about the story.
Join the club. If you take a look of the bottle,
Hmm.
you grab your bottle. You will see that there's a JTC.
Yep,
If you see the
JTC
bottle,
exactly right there.
so JTC, right? So the JTC, and which
Yep.
means join the club. So the meaning of this collection is like the, Sergio Momo create perfumes for kind of like inspired by a meaning, and that meaning is a club, and the club could be a jazz club, it could be the marine, the yacht club, the music, the poetry, which is more than words, and so on so forth. So, for example, Comandante is inspired by those kind of like cigars bars and as well as Don. So this particular collection in Sergio portfolio, we don't put out the notes. So it's up to you to describe how does it smell to you, not how
Hmm.
does it smell to everybody else. So to everybody else it's other collections, but to you can completely smell different than the other person and the other person. So basically, the notes are bolted. I cannot tell you the notes, but pretty much, like the consensus are like an agreement, like, oh yeah, this one smell a little bit rose oud amber, or this one kind of smell a lot of orange blossom, and you go from there. Or a lot of
Hmm.
vanilla, like shuncoin, more than words rose oud, and yeah. So that's pretty much why they create this collection, Join the Club. And lately, Join the Club become one like most popular of the throughout the portfolio. Why? Because the new club is the tennis club. Tennis club. Why tennis club? Because the Association Tennis Professional, the ATP, decided to move the tennis, the finals, the tennis finals, the ATP tennis finals, from London to Torino. So they made an agreement that they're gonna hold this event for the top 8 tennis players in the world to actually chasing the number one spot from 2021 until 2025. So
Wow.
since it's happening in Torino, where the Sergio headquarters is located, they decided to collab with them and create a new collection called Nero ATP Finals. So it's about the tennis club, and it started with Torino 21,
Hmm.
which like everybody love this perfume, minty.
Hmm.
So these are the only perfumes that in the Join the Club collection that the notes are published.
Wow.
And
Torino 25.
this is the latest, Torino 25.
One thing I noticed as well with Xerjoff is that they really do focus on branding, which I love that because it shows that they care about the way their stuff looks. As somebody that cares about their visuals, like I love the way my camera looks. I try to focus on the quality, the visuals, the audio. It's very, very good to see a company focus on that. And we when I was in ScentXplore, I saw so many niche houses, and I even purchased one. And when I opened, there's just a regular cardboard box, and I was like, okay, at the end of the day, it's the juice that matters. But when you have a nice presentation, it just adds more. It makes you want to collect them, whether you're a
Yeah.
fan of the scent profile or not. And so I think that's genius with Xerjoff. They're like, we're gonna make the presentation elite, so that even though this profile might not be your profile, you probably still want to collect the bottle because it's that nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I joined the all these Facebook fragrance groups, one thing that I'm supposed to learn is like, oh, be careful with those brands that they actually showing you too much of a presentation, because it can be like, it can give you some gimmicks things,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, but I have my doubts. Depends who's gonna do it. Italians cannot get beat by that. Like, definitely, the packaging is just creation over creation. Like, they got the Needle ATP logo, which is not our logo, is the part of the Needle finals. You will see it in every single finals around the world, in around history of this event. The Xerjoff logo, the Torino. So what it reminisces here is the lights, kind of like the entrance where the players get into the court. So it gives you that kind of like entrance. And this Torino 25 is basically, is the last perfume in collaboration with the Nero ATP Finals. And it's supposed to be a celebration of, that's it. No more collaboration with them. And yeah, the packaging is splendid with the same colors of the court, because when when the whole entire venue gets darker, they actually put those kind of like a neon blue lights, and that's exactly the same color. So
I was
just
gonna
from
say, yeah,
there,
I love the color,
yeah,
man.
just from there, it's like, like, this is art. This is a lot of people get involved. Like, it's not just, okay, we're just gonna put it. No, every single box of the ATP Needle ATP finals are different, totally different. Every single box. Then the box is a regular Sergio box. Everybody knows this box. And then, like the presentation, with the X there, Sergio. And this
Oh man.
material is
Mm-hmm.
not just a paper, it's just like, it's velvet. It's like,
Yes, exactly. It feels so soft and supple. It has velvet. Yeah.
yeah, it felt it. And if you notice here, you see the logo there, the Sergio
Ah,
logo.
that's right. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I
so
see
the
it.
X is there. And the X, you will find it also here. And this silk comes in the scarf comes in the Vibe collection. So this is how it goes, like, Sergio is dedicated, like, this is another scarf. So it's not just putting out perfume.
Yeah, it's putting out
They're
an
gonna give you
experience.
they're gonna give you layers of creativity. And that's the beauty of Sergio. It's not just creating the perfume, it's give you the experience of an Italian perfumery. That's why this brand is a luxury brand, because it cares about what they're giving you before you actually open in the main reason why you purchase. And this scarf is made in Lake Como, and it's 100% silk. Why? Because in Como is where
Mm-hmm.
the capital of the silk.
Yes. Wow. So everything has a purpose. Nothing is just random.
Everything.
Everything has thought behind it. And that makes you appreciate the brand even more. Like, honestly,
Even
it
more.
makes me respect them even more, along with the storylines. And that's something that I've been getting to as the deeper that I get into niche. I am learning how to appreciate the stories behind the brand. Like recently I got into like the House of Memo with Mimo Paris, their story on how they became the brand. It's like, so now I'm starting to fall in love with stories behind the brands and the fragrances. So now when I'm looking into niche, I'm asking myself, I'm thinking different now. I'm not only thinking about, hey, does that fragrance smell good? I'm thinking about, okay, what was the inspiration behind the fragrance? Who was the perfumer behind the fragrance? So now I'm starting to think differently about fragrance, which is just, it's kind of, it's mesmerizing to me because I'm like, I'm not just thinking about the juice. I used to only think about the juice and that's it. Now it's like, I want to know more. I want to know the brand. I want to know the story behind it, the inspiration. I want to know the nose behind the fragrance and why. So it's brands like Xerjoff that kind of push you beyond and say, okay, listen, don't just think of us as a fragrance house only. Think of us as storytelling. Think of us as more than that, you know?
It's way more than that, believe it
Mm-hmm.
or not, because besides all what I just show you as the entrance, the connections that Xerjoff has is incredible. Like just working with the ATP is not that easy. The connections are tremendous. I know the connections that they having. The public, that the public knows some of the connections, but they don't know all of them. And I know all of them. It's like, wow, like that's one of the reasons that I choose uh, to end up working for this brand, because I truly appreciated not only the creation of the perfumes, also the connections, the purposes, and everything that they do is magnificent. It's like it will give this brand a longevity that I don't see in any other brand, because at the end of the day, each brand wants one purpose. They have one purpose, is to sell the brand to a big corporation. So
Exactly.
that's why Xerjoff is still niche, It's a luxury niche. Look at even inside of the package.
Yes. Even
So
that, and
like,
then that's just the sleeve of the box. That's the cardboard sleeve, and with gold foiling and everything. It's just, I love to see it,
and the
man.
brand knows that many people, they don't care about this, they throw it away, you know. But like, they're gonna give you a peace of mind, like, oh, I shouldn't throw it away. It looks so good. It will look so good behind me. Oh no, yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
every
They're
time I
gonna
go on
make you. They're gonna
Instagram,
make you think.
when you see these people with their fragrance collections, you always see Xerjoff boxes. You see the boxes. You
Yeah,
see the sarcophagus box. You see the sleeves. You always see the box because it really does make you want to put them in the forefront, because it's not only the bottle, it's the actual box itself as well. So it's unique.
it is unique. So well, since actually we start talking about the Torinos, how about give me your thoughts about the Torino 25, which is released in November when the ATP finals what happened, and this is the bottle, as you can see. You see with the lights
Brother,
there.
yes, that bottle that's a sexy bottle,
Yeah,
bro. That is a sexy bottle.
it's like,
Sheesh. I love the colors,
and the
man,
spray.
and I'm a colors guy.
Ooh, I love this. Well, tell me. You have the. I sent you the sample. Let me
Yep, I'm
know
about to
what you
open it
think about it.
right now. And listen, even the samples got the nice little design too, man. I'm like, even the samples, I'm like, okay, I appreciate that too, man. I appreciate that too. So, I'm gonna spray it. Ooh, this is nice. I can smell a little citrus in there as well. This is nice.
Yep.
It's a little bit more on the serious side. I love it. Yeah, so we're definitely picking up some citrus on there too. In the opening, almost
Yeah,
like a citrusy leather type situation.
it is. It has leather, but it has a grapefruit.
That's what it is, the grapefruit. Yeah. Beautiful. It's almost like the rind of the grapefruit. Like when you do an old fashioned and you express the skin, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it has also
Mm.
a spiciness in the opening. It
Yep,
has the
very subtle.
saffron.
Mm.
It has saffron. It has ginger. So when you
The
combine
ginger.
grapefruit with ginger, that combination is a winner. It's a win-win
Mm-hmm.
combination.
That's what I was gonna say.
But it
That
has a particular note that some people kind of like, they don't like it. I don't know why. Maybe because it comes a little bit green, a little bit vegetable, which is rhubarb. But in this case, the rhubarb that you can find, for example, in some of the Elysiums, are not like that. This rhubarb is more in the background, more like a supporting note, giving you that kind of fruitiness, with the grapefruit.
I like it. That's why I said it's kind of is more of a. It's not as playful. It's a little bit more mature. It's a little bit more
Yeah,
mature, and I like that though. And
yeah,
it really is.
and
It really all depends where you're at in your journey as well, because that's the thing that some people are like in their playful journey. They're in that journey where, okay, I just want to smell playful. I just want to smell that. And then there's some, there's seasons that you go through as a fragrance enthusiast that you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm kind of in this season now where I'm enjoying more serious fragrances, more mature fragrances.
Yeah. Well, in this case, it also has a juniper, which is the juniper give you that kind of like a celebration, like the juniper isn't more likely those kind of like a gin tonic. I believe juniper is also in Aventus and Silver Mountain Water. So those kind of like booziness, kind of like a clear booziness perfumes. That juniper give you that kind of like a feeling of celebration, like you just pop a champagne or something, and the juniper pops there as a
Yeah.
freshness.
Like
Give
a
you
little
that
bit of
freshness.
a zinginess, of
Yeah,
a
kind of like
fizziness,
a species, exactly.
which I can feel like
That's
ginger sometimes adds to that as well. It kind of gives you like an effervescence,
yeah,
like when you drink soda, like the essence of the suds or the bubbles. Yeah.
yeah, the bubbles. Yeah, exactly. That fizziness, that zestiness
Yeah.
combined, it give you that, and juniper adds that. So it's really crucial, the juniper. Then when it settles, it got that leather, but not in a like for example, I just give you example of leathers, and these are rugged leather or even all the super rough leather. In this case, it's more like a suede leather. It's very like velvety leather.
Yes. Yes. Like a suede, exactly. A soft leather, almost like a
Yeah.
cashmere type leather, very soft.
Yeah, just to give you that kind of characteristic of elegance, of
Yeah.
sophistication. So it's really, really well put together. And I might tell you, when Torino 21 was released in 2021, in November 2021, nobody cares. Nobody pay attention about that perfume. First of all, because it was 2021. Second of all, because what happened with Xerjoff is like they released some perfumes at the end of the year that people don't care about it because two factors. The distributor start carrying those perfumes at the year after.
Oh, okay, so they're carrying it
So
late.
the availability is only available at sergio.com. So it's no widespread, it's no worldwide distributed yet, only on certain boutiques. Back then, Sergio only have 3 boutiques around the world. Now we have like almost 11. Yeah, as far as I remember. Yeah, it's Jakarta, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Monaco,
Uh-huh.
London, Barcelona, Torino, Milano, Frankfurt.
Do we have one
That's
here?
about it.
We don't have one here?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. And hopefully here in Miami, not New York. But we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah,
We'll
especially I
see.
see I feel like with Xerjoff they do like they just had that event recently in Miami as well, right? So they have a heavy presence in Miami.
Well, in Miami, we had it, the Art Basel. It was an Art Basel.
That's
It
right.
was partnered with Rob Report at the Faina Hotel. We have a display there, but it's not because we have a huge event dedicated with us. It was with Art Basel. So the people that were invited, VIP people, when there, Florida was there and some other, important people. They were presenting other, feature other arts, and our art was there. Sergio art was there, and people were delighted, even better than last year because I was there last year as well, and no, this year was wow. Everybody wants it, but my experience from last year and this year pay a good I will say like a good move because I noticed that last year many people don't have this and they were asking for that. So I asked the team like, listen, for our Basel, we really, really need samples. And then, yeah, let's do it. We trust you, let's do it. And believe me, people were like insane with the samples because people from last year that were asking me, oh, we were here, we were smelling, but what is the name of that perfume or this perfume? I'm like, I have a solution for you. I want to give you a sample. Oh, give me that. Give me that. Like people were like collecting candies with us.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good to see that.
No, it's good. It's good. And I saw photos and videos from some of the people that were there at the event, and I was like, man, that event looked amazing, man. Looked amazing. Yeah. No, that's good, man. This thing is drying down beautifully. Very, very
good.
That
to me, the dry down is the magic. Some of the sensitive perfumes, believe it or not, give it a little time. Don't rush into conclusions. Don't judge the book by its cover. Just let it dry. Certain perfumes you need to wait. Don't rush. Just let it dry. Your skin, the temperature, and many other factors will contribute to actually go wrong or go well. So it all depends.
Yep, that's one thing also I've learned as I'm maturing in the fragrance industry is that I used to just judge a fragrance off initial impressions, and you cannot do that, brother. There's some fragrances that I've smelled at first, I'm like, I don't like it. And then afterwards, I'm like, wow, this thing grew on me, and I end up loving it. So yeah, and that's why I'm like, I don't do as many initial impressions anymore, but when I do, I let them know, like, listen, this has the potential to change easily. I got to give it time. And that's something I think you learn as you get more into fragrance as well. You kind of figure out, I just can't judge a fragrance off of initial impressions, because if it's a fragrance that's meant to take you on a journey, you got to allow it to carry you throughout that journey. You know what I'm saying? So
sure. And this is a tip, okay? Good advice. Like, niche perfumery,
yep,
will identify, and you will. It's like you're gonna test which is niche when it has facets, and it transfers from the opening to the dry down. When you see that, that's niche. That's luxury. That's a good quality. When brands are dedicating only into the opening, like the Middle Eastern brands, they only focus on the opening because they don't have a dry down.
It's linear. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. Your 90-95% perfumes. There you go. But why? Because I'm not gonna go for it, but it's gimmick.
Yeah, no, of course, no. I mean, yeah, you can be honest. Yeah, exactly.
It's a gimmick.
It's a gimmick.
You're gonna get impressed. You're gonna get impressed by the opening, but at the dry down, you already purchased the bottle, and you got to stock with 20 bottles when you can have only one of these, and you're gonna impress because you're not gonna smell that because most of the clones or the dupes are pretty much the ones that they're hype. So you're gonna smell like everybody else because it's hype. But if you want to smell something different, and which I like from Xerjoff doesn't follow trends. They make their own perfumes. They make their own ideas. They make on base of a story to create a perfume. It's not about like, okay, what is trending now? Oh, orange blossom. Oh, this, oh, that. No. They don't go by that. It's an articulation of many clashing of ideas. Like they put it all together, and they collide, and they grab pieces like this. Like this.
Of course. So when Xerjoff is trying to create certain fragrances, are they typically like, how do they go about it? If you have any insight into that, how do they go about it? Do they first look into what certain notes or materials are trending or stuff like that, or do they just kind of allow the perfumer to sort of create what it creates and then think of it? Like, what's a little bit of their process in the beginning stages?
They're like a marketing genius. They're like not only marketing genius, also they're like they have strategies, and they also have creativity. So besides the marketing genius, is these two kind of like columns, these two powerful words that you need to collide into the marketing are the beginning of the idea of a perfume. Then the perfume. So it's only one person in charge of the perfume, believe it or not, in the whole entire company.
Wow.
And that's Sergio Momo. Sergio Momo is the only one who's in charge of the perfumes. That's it. Nobody else. So he's the one. He's the the director, the creative director, the one who chooses the perfumes, the one who actually smell it, testing and everything.
So one-man
And
show.
but like we're talking about 140 people working for the brand. Like, okay, if it's only one person in charge of the, can you imagine the rest of the people what they do? They're not looking at the ceiling. They're actually going to, okay, we're gonna go, we're gonna collab with this company, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. How we gonna do it? Okay, we're gonna do the marketing campaign like this, we're gonna design it like that. Like many departments all together, and then when they present the whole entire aspect of the collaboration, it comes the selection of the perfume. And it's only one person who actually, of course, he goes around and say like, how you like it and things like that. For example, in Essence, he gave me a new one that he's working on. In Cannes, I was in charge to actually talk to the distributors on the way out that we have 6 perfumes. No, it was 6. No, it was 5. 5 perfumes that they're actually, one is, I was doing kind of like a focus group. So before the guests at the yacht were on the way out, I said, can we do this? Oh yeah, sure. So I have the 5 person. I have to like, spray it and say like, tell me your thoughts about each one, which one you like, and which one you prefer to be in the next release. So that was a focus group. Nothing to do with the one that Sergio actually sprayed all over me at ScentXplore, which is super good. I can tell you that.
Oh man.
So it's not just like I understand all the brands, I understand all the teams, but no, Sergio is something totally different. That's why I experienced this for myself, even before I worked for Sergio. When I went to Dubai Beauty World, when I went to Essence, when I went to other Cosmoprof, every single perfume event that I went in between 2023 until this year, when they say, "Oh, you work for Sergio," oh, like they're like, "Oh my God, why?" Because there's creativity in every single corner of that company. It's insane. It's like wow. I'm really pleased and honored that actually they opened the doors for me, because they probably see some sort of creativity in me to actually give me the opportunity to work for them. But what I see, what I witness, is incredible. That's what I love this brand.
Yeah, and then you figure a brand that is so massively praised and known within the fragrance world to only have 100 and some odd employees is insane. You have to be selective with, I'm pretty sure there's thousands upon thousands of people that want to be involved somehow or some way. And for them to say, no, this is exclusive to 100 and some odd people, that speaks highly, or speaks to how picky they are when it comes to
Yeah,
bringing someone along into the company to Xerjoff themselves. So
yeah.
that's magnificent, man. I mean, I have such a
Not
high
only that,
respect for it. Yeah.
into the perfumer, because we're not talking about the perfumers. First of all, Sergio doesn't actually uh, says or publish who are the perfumer. That's they keep it on the ropes. They don't say it. They don't like to say it. I cannot say it. I know who they are, but I cannot say it. I'm
That's,
friends with
yeah.
one. I'm friends with one of them. I'm friends with all of them, but with one of them, the very famous one, he's my dear friend. He's my closest friend, and I learn a lot from him. He's a well-known perfumer, and he's my dear friend. Yeah, we talk on a weekly basis.
And I wonder how that goes, right? Because as a perfumer, you have that chip on your shoulder that you want to be like, yeah, that creation, that was me. So for them to be able to withhold that information and say, you know what, I'm willing to I'm willing to humble myself to that point where it doesn't matter whether people know that I'm the specific person that created that specific scent. It
Yeah,
kind of speaks highly to the culture of Xerjoff as well, where they have perfumers that are willing to say, I'm gonna create a magnificent fragrance, and it's okay if I don't get all of the credit, And I think that speaks highly of Xerjoff as well. you know?
Well, that well-known perfumer is being he's been very, very busy in the last probably 3 years, more than ever, more than ever. His life changed forever. But believe it or not, he's in the industry because of his family for the last 100 years. Because his grandfather was a perfumer, his father is a perfumer, and then he goes, on and on. So by him. So now he's more like the new face of the brand, and it's not only perfumes, because many people thinking that perfumers are only working for perfumes. If you go to a bottle of whatever cleaning process in your house, you will see there's a lot of molecules that in perfumery they've been used those molecules to long last the effect of the scents and things like that. So it's it's like a very widespread knowledge to actually to capture into your hard drive, if you want to call it that way, to understand this industry. It's fascinating.
Yeah, no, it's fascinating. I'm telling you, that's why I say when I speak to people, I'm like, listen, the fragrance world is so complex. It's not just the fragrance, and to get that fragrance in front of you, for you to hold this bottle, it had to go through so much preparation, so much work, so much planning, so much testing and scrapping and testing the next thing and scrapping is like before we get a fragrance in our hands, it goes through such a large process. And so it allows you to appreciate the fragrance even more. And that's why it's something that I hope to spark that passion with other people. And that's why I'm kind of getting into that with my content. I'm like, listen, guys, this is good, but try reading, try learning about the story. Try learning about who they were. What's the company about? Because I think it just forms, it attaches you to the brand even more. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So
So which one is next in your
let's go
list?
to I want to go to Duran Duran just because Duran Duran reminds me of a group that I grew up hearing when I was a kid. Duran Duran and then Black Moonlight.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you the story because, as I told you before,
Mm-hmm.
the story of Xerjoff perfumes are like every single perfume has a story. So this story, believe it or not, started in 2022. No, at the end of 2021. You know Simon Le Bon, the singer of Duran Duran, the lead
I've yet.
singer, the one that is the face of Duran Duran.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, for the people who doesn't know, Duran Duran was very, very famous band back in the 80s.
Yep.
They're like it was like call it like a British at the second wave of British invasion. That's what they call it after the Beatles. The British invasion was the pop music from London, from England to America, and one
Mm-hmm.
of those faces were Duran Duran. And Simon Le Bon's wife, she used to go, well, she's still going to Harrods, sixth floor, the Salon de Parfum, where all the luxury brands are located there. We have two rooms there, one for Xerjoff and the other one's for Casamorati. And she was getting, develop a friendship with the Xerjoff UK ambassador, Costas. And because of that, they actually introduced to Sergio Momo. And because Sergio Momo also know the royal family, also Simon Le Bon and his wife know the royal family. They're always invited to these events.
Wow.
So they start talking about appreciating the perfumes. She loves Dama Bianca. And then how about creating a perfume for Duran Duran? Well, we made a perfume for Brian May, the guitar player from Queen, and we made two perfumes with Tony Iommi. How about Duran Duran? So that's the collaboration. They made a video of the song Black Moonlight, and they actually portrayed Dama Bianca there. No, Dance Macabre. That was the video. Dance Macabre, and they
Mm-hmm.
portray a Dama Bianca over there because she loves Dama Bianca. So then they actually start talking about in 2023 at the end. We're gonna start, testing all the perfumes. What do you think about it? So 4 members has to choose for perfumes. So it was like a back and forth, and then they decided we're gonna choose only two. So one that represents the 80s, and as you see, there's 4 colors, the colors of the neon colors of the 80s. So each bottle has the same perfume. So if you grab the sample of the Neo Rio, in the box, you see that. Take a look of the. Okay, flip it. Flip the. You see that the box. The box. If you flip the box, like twist. All the 4 colors are in the bottle in the box. Okay.
Yep.
So just figure it out that they don't give you a sample. They give you a sample with the experience that they have 4 colors, which only one perfume, and that's how they become with this perfume called Neo Rio. And why Neo? Because the neon colors. And why Rio? Because Rio, believe it or not, is the most popular song from Duran Duran and back in the 80s. So Rio, when they made that song, it was kind of like in the jungle in Brazil, and that's how I believe they choose that word Rio there, and they actually made it in the Rio, in the jungle, and Nick Rose, the keyboard player, he was more involved in this perfume.
Okay.
And if you smell the perfume, you will figure out why, because you can put the pieces together. Rio, Brazil. So it gives you something, so that's like the meaning why they choose Neo Rio and why the perfume smell like that.
Definitely on the warmer side, for sure. A little spicy.
But it's boozy.
Sweet. Yeah, I was going to say sweet.
It's boozy because, back in the 80s, we used to drink. We used to drink. We used to drink for any occasions.
I was born in 84. 84 when I was born.
Wow. Well, nice. Wow. I grew up in the 70s. 70s, 80s was my best decade of my whole entire life. I wish that we can go back to the 80s. The 80s was another kind of like, it's like, truly, if you have a chance to actually go back and watch those videos and watch things about the 80s, you will figure it out that was the best decade of the history of the world to me. But
I love the 80s, man. Listen, I'm now like I'm reminiscent. I'm in my 80s and early 90s phase still. Like I'm learning now in my 40s to appreciate how good the 80s were. On skin, like way better on skin. I put it on skin, and these dabbers sometimes, man, they don't do nothing. The skin though, the spice is coming up way more. The sweetness, like the cardamom-y, saffron-y type vibe.
Yeah, but besides the sweetness and the spiciness, like that's the fruit that is kind of like, it's no a super realistic interpretation of that fruit, because it's kind of like a marmalade, like a honey. Because candy is fig.
I was gonna say it has almost like a fig or a honey. I feel like I'm getting a texture of that, like a thicker texture.
Yeah. It's like a fig infused with honey, kind of like that.
It's nice. It's got a slight Middle Eastern vibe to there. It's got like that beautiful, like that Middle Eastern spice.
Yeah,
light though.
And because it has balsamos, it has balsamic notes. And those balsamic notes that give you that kind of like a syrupy, very gulpy. It's balsamic. It's really balsamic. It has licorice,
I like this one.
A lot of licorice. For certain people, it gives that kind of vibe of the monkey special, but monkey special goes to the passion fruit. But it possesses the rum, so both of them they possess the rum. But it makes a lot of sense because both also has patchouli, and back in the 80s, like I explained to you, like patchouli, you use patchouli to actually attract the other, your significant other, but also back in the day, in the 70s and the 80s, we used, well, I didn't smoke marijuana back then, but you can cover the marijuana with patchouli.
With patchouli, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So when you go to these, all these places to dance, we call it disco.
Yeah,
We
the
call it
disco,
those.
yeah.
There's a lot of patchouli smell to
That's
cover that.
hilarious. Everybody with patchouli.
Yeah, yeah, patchouli.
My
There's
parents
a
would know
lot of
about that
patchouli.
if if they would be here, they would know about that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but I like this one. I like this one. Definitely more of a cooler weather for me, like, or an evening date night type situation. I really do like it though. And it's funny because it does kind of transport you a little bit to back then. It has that profile
It
where
has that profile.
it shows its age, but it's not dated. It doesn't smell old, or you know what I'm saying? It's
It
very
has a
nostalgic.
facet that you said. It has a facet like a kind of like a old perfumery, but with modern
But
nuances.
yes,
And
yes,
as
yes.
Simone said clearly, back then I want to be big, like the movie Big. I want to, have access of this and that and that. And then when you're big, you want to become younger, right? So
Yep.
it
Yeah.
is the process of life for sure.
Yeah, and like I said,
Yeah.
it's seasons. Like as when you're in fragrance, you go through seasons that you desire to smell a certain way, and then a few months later you switch it up, or maybe on a weekend. Sometimes I go on a
Yeah.
weekend and I want to smell totally different. I want to transport back in time, or I want to smell futuristic, maybe something different. So yeah, but that
Yeah,
was
yeah, you
nice.
will go. Those phases is gonna happen more and more and more. You're gonna get probably long periods of time that you want to smell more like gourmands, or more fougères, or more chypras, or more, like super realistic gourmands, kind of like that. Right? Yeah, Neo Rio is really, really beautiful. I will say because of the darker, the balsamic notes and the patchouli, is kind of like more like a fall, winter, spring.
Yeah,
I will say that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Let's get into what is it? Xerjoff, Luis, and what
Well,
do we have? 14.
since we're talking about Duran Duran, let's go
Oh,
for
you
the
want to go to
second
Neo
one
Rio?
that we. No, we just talked about Neo Rio. So the other one is Black Moonlight,
Oh, that's
the
the one that
red
I
one.
was smelling was Black Moonlight.
Oh, you were smelling Black Moonlight?
Yeah. I was smelling Black
Oh,
Moon, but either way, it's okay. Let me smell
yeah.
then the real one real quick to know the difference. Yeah, because Black, that's why I was like spicy. Yeah, Black Moonlight. But let me go ahead and do this one. I'll spray this one right here. The Neo Rio.
Yeah, that smells.
Okay. Okay. Now this one I understand what you're talking about. This one definitely smells. Yes. Now this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's what I show
This
you
one.
this Neo Rio to talk about Neo Rio. So now I know what you say when you say like a like an older version. Why? Because this one was more. Simon Le Bon was more behind this creation.
There you
And
go.
this, he pictured it like, yeah, this reminds me like we are in Italy, in aisle after a party or after a concert, and we are in the
Mm-hmm.
aisle making up, things like that.
Look,
Like
Neo Rio almost comes off slightly like almost like a slight incensey type vibe too. I enjoy it, man.
yeah, because it has incense, it has
Yes.
balsamics, like I
Look
said
at
to
there you
you.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
this
the
one is good too,
black
man. This is
black
good.
moonlight has more saffron.
There you go. Yeah, that's why that was where I was getting that Middle Eastern like spice thing going on. Yeah, but
But believe it
man,
or not,
they're both magnificent. Definitely very different though. Very
yeah.
like the profiles are different. I really yeah, Neo Rio and then yeah. Yeah, Neo Rio is definitely more nighttime,
That's what
evening time. Okay.
that's what I say. Like Sergio doesn't follow trends. Like they
Mm-hmm.
talking about like Neo Rio, more fruity, candied, but with a balsamic accord with
Mm-hmm.
licorice is on your face. And Black Moonlight also is kind of like a fall, spring,
Yes.
uh, winter, spring. But Black Moonlight is more like a fougere. Why? Because it has lavender, but it has also cardamom. It has saffron.
Yeah.
So
It's a little bit softer than Neo Rio as well.
Yeah, more powdery. On my skin,
Yes.
Black Moonlight is more powdery.
More powdery. I'm picking up on the powder for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. And the like vanillic tonka. Yeah. I like it. I like it. It's definitely more powdery. I feel like it's probably a little bit more classy if you want to stand out more. Neo Rio is probably more of a standout fragrance.
Basically, it's like a day or nighttime, you know. So
and I can see what you said about the patchouli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neo Rio is the daytime and Black Moonlight is for the nighttime.
So the Duran Duran series is really, really nice. I like it. I like that they're different too, like noticeably different as well. Because sometimes people will draw the name, oh, Duran Duran Black Moonlight and Duran Duran Neo Rio. They're gonna they smell similar. No, they're different profiles, totally different profiles.
But I have a question: which one you like the most between the two?
Neo Rio.
Are you sure you're smelling Neo Rio now?
I'm positive I'm smelling it now. Yes, I'm positive I'm smelling it now.
Okay.
Neo Rio. I'm liking it more because, and I just resprayed again. I love that opening.
Yeah.
I love that fruity opening. Very dark. I like it. I like it. It's darker. For me, it's darker. It's not. Yeah. I like it more. I like Neo Rio. That's more my style.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and it definitely has that old, like that vintage feel to it. It definitely has that vintage feel to it.
Both of them. But the one that you described, Black Moonlight at the beginning, it makes more sense because that Fougere, the Black Moonlight, is more like it has a clash between the past and the present in perfumery. But Neo Rio also has that kind of vibe, but in less, level or grade. So yeah. If you ask me, I like a Black Moonlight more than Neo Rio.
You like it more? I like it too. I like it too. Like the opening is different. Yeah, it's definitely more like it's just for me it feels a little bit more sophisticated as well.
It's a little bit more elegant.
It's more wearable, I think.
Yeah.
More wearable as well.
Yeah, because it has that clean facet of the powderiness. It has rose.
I like the cardamom though. The saffron, the cardamom,
the cardamom, lavender.
I can pick it up. And I love cardamom is one of my favorite. No, I love spice. I love spice. Like I love
It's alluring.
Spice.
It's alluring.
Yeah.
It's definitely alluring.
Yep. I agree. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Good. Now I know I have decisions to make when I decide to purchase one of the bottles. Now, so which one you want to get into next? You want to get into the Louis or you want to get into the X Coro?
Because did I send you Louis 15, the Louis 15 just plain, or the rosé only?
The rose.
The rosé.
Yes.
So I didn't send you anything else. Just that and Coro. That's the only two left.
That's it. That's the only two left. Yep.
Okay, I shouldn't send you the other one because I thought that you smelled the other one. But let's do Coro then.
Yeah, let's do Coro. So Coro, I ended up smelling it at hombre, se me olvidó el nombre. What's that store that everybody was talking about that everybody enjoyed? Oh, I forgot the name. Oswald.
Oswald?
Yes.
Oswald?
So I went to Oswald, and so yes, we had an amazing experience, my brother. Listen, the owner was amazing, brother. Oh, he was amazing. We went in there, man. We were there for like 30 minutes, probably more. And we just took our time. We were talking fragrance. It was so much fun. It was fun, brother. It was fun. And so I saw Coro. And I remember because Walt had spoken to me. He said, yo, Coro's nice. And I remember, I think you mentioning Coro as well. And I was like, I want to try it. And I just remember it being fruity and like very mass appealing, like a very beautiful scent to wear. Very easy to wear. So now I can spend some more time in it. I'm gonna ponerlo aquí. Okay. Oh yeah. This is super mass appealing. It's really nice. immediately it reminds me of like sticky, fruity, candied. Like those are the type of accords that I'm picking up. Just smells really, really good. There's like some florals as well. I don't even have
Yes.
any of the notes or this floral in there. I can definitely tell. Let me see. Coro. But yes, this one
It's,
smells really good.
first of all, it has tropical fruits. A really, really, really tropical fruit that is there probably is pineapple, but it's not as the pineapple that you picture in other famous perfumes. Okay.
Exactly. No, it's
But
different.
pineapple is there. A little bit of coconut, a little bit of raspberry. For me, it's more like a tutti frutti. I used to chew a gum in Peru that is a tutti frutti one. And it reminds me when as soon as the first chew, the first time that you squeeze that, it's like boom, those kind of flavors and aromas coming out of my mouth and my nose. It reminds me of that fruitiness.
Yeah, it's like a juicy fruity too. Yeah, it's juicy fruit. The mango is definitely prevalent. Like I feel like I can see the mango here. The pineapple is subtle, but you pick it up.
Yeah, it's there, but no.
Yeah,
Like
it's not in the forefront, which I like. I like that it's not in the forefront.
Yeah.
And I can see where it says that it has jasmine or whatever, and I can pick up those florals on there too. It's beautiful.
That's the part that I wanna say. Like like if you really keep smelling, it has a little bit of, believe it or not, it's a little bit of a indolic facet, and that's the jasmine. That's the jasmine, but not in a very PC jasmine way.
No,
In a very like smooth.
it's
It kind of
elegant.
balance the fruitiness and the floral. It balances it out perfectly. Kind of like matches and clashes.
This is like a perfect blend of a playful yet classy fragrance, because I feel like with that added, that little bit of floral in there, it makes it classy. It makes it something that you can wear to special occasions, as well as something that I feel like you can wear this going to run errands, because it's just that fruitiness in there is so good. And you can pick up the tropical fruit. Yeah, I was saying the tropical fruit there. It kind of reminds me. It gives me like the vibe of if I smell a parcha or guayaba or something like that. It gives you that same vibe.
Yeah.
And the sweetness and muskiness. Yeah.
Believe it or not, Koro has a story. Another story.
What's the story?
Well, this is Koro.
Oh, wait, espérate. That's so it's what's that? The el oh, okay, was it what? Is a different
You
different
see,
bottle?
it has a story. I know.
It's the old school herba pura or something.
And that's the thing. Like Herba Pura and Koro, they were exclusive to Selfridges, one of the biggest stores in London.
Oh, okay.
Selfridges is one of the oldest stores in London. Okay, so Selfridges, if you go to the website or if you happen to buy something from Selfridges, you will see that their color theme is this color.
Ah, that mustard orange color. That's
why.
beautiful.
That's why Herba Gold is also like that.
Ah, that makes sense then.
Yeah. So, but since both of them, they're no longer exclusive to this store. Now it's worldwide distributed. If you put these two bottles, which is one? You see what I mean? Herba Pura, Koro. Which is Herba Pura? Which is
exactly? Yeah, you gotta switch it up. You gotta change the color.
So that's why the brand decided, let's change it.
Yeah. You know what? But the color, the color fits it though. With the Koro color, it fits it because you get a tropical vibe with it. It fits it perfectly.
Exactly.
And that's one thing I'm noticing with the Xerjoff fragrances is that, ironically, the colors of the bottles tend to match almost the profile or some of the accords of the fragrance.
That goes to show you what I just explained to you
earlier.
earlier.
Attention to detail.
it's not, it doesn't start with the perfume. It started with the story, with the collaboration, with the marketing, with the whole creativity process. It doesn't start with just, like, okay, let's make a perfume. Yeah, any brand can make a perfume. But if you actually create a story and create a collaboration and then go by the
Yes.
marketing campaign and everything, the connection with you have, and play with that, you have a story. And
Yeah.
that's how it sells.
I'm picking up some of the powderiness on the dry down as well.
Yeah. It
This is
has
this is
cedar
nice
wood. It
though.
has muskiness. It's musky,
Yeah.
as well as herba pura at the end. I like herba gold more than herba pura.
I love
And
listen, the Edba series. I went to in Orlando, I went to Neiman and Marcus and I smelled a lot of the originals because I've only had smelled before this, I had only smelled the dupes or the twist of them. And when I went into Neiman Marcus and I put my nose on some of these fragrances and I was like, Ricura.
yeah,
Yeah, this is
rich.
nice.
It's rich. It's rich not because it's expensive. It's rich because it has depth. It has power. It has, like, you can smell the
Yes.
quality in here. And it's
Yes.
being recognized. I'm telling you, outside of this small community online, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, around the world, like the recognition for the quality of Sergio products are superb. That have nothing to do with some, other opinions online. They're like totally different. Like they can feel that quality, which is not common core to if you compare to other releases.
Exactly. No, this is nice. I want to go and Brown Boy has some questions. Let me see here. He
Okay,
asked.
while you answer the questions, can you give me a couple of minutes? I need to provide the medication for my patient.
Oh, go
Give
right
me
ahead.
two
Go right
minutes.
ahead. Go right ahead. You're good. You're good. Brown Boy, I appreciate you, man, for still being tapped in. Guys, everybody that's still tapped in, I appreciate you guys. And for those of you that are just coming into the chat, we're just kicking it with Raf, aka Xerjoff, that's Amore. He works with Xerjoff, and he's really schooling us on Xerjoff. Kind of like their goals, their story behind some of their really popular fragrances right now as well. So we went through a few here that we already smelled through. And for those of you that didn't catch it, you could definitely, I'm going to have this for replay and you'll be able to catch that as well. But we went through Torino 25, which ironically, crazy because on the dry down, it's almost giving me like a tennis ball type vibe, which sounds crazy, but the smell reminds me of a tennis ball. That's crazy in a good way. And we went through Duran Duran, Black Moonlight right there. Okay. We also went through Duran Duran Neo right there. 80s inspired. And then we just finished smelling Coro. Well, let me get my face out. There we go. Alrighty. And now we're going to be getting into the final one that he sent, which is Xerjoff Rose Louis 25 Rose. And yeah, guys, I really, this live, and I'm probably going to do another one this week for sure, maybe in the weekend. But this has been a really informative live. So I'm glad that you guys are tapping in because, you know, it's rare that we get this much insight into such a prestigious house. And Xerjoff is a prestigious house. So it's really good to have Raf here and he's kind of breaking things down. And it's good if you're into wanting to really get into the perfumery, the actual house, the actual fragrance, the details that matter. It's good to hear the people that work for them because they know the best. They know the most when it comes to that. So, Raf, I think he was talking to you, or he had a question to you. He said, let's go to this one. He says, why does Sospiro have an herba pura as well?
Okay. And let me tell you quickly the story of Sospiro. Sospiro was part of Sergio group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is Sospiro.
Oh,
Sospiro
yes.
bottles. There we
There
go.
you go.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was part of the Sergio group. but it's no longer part of the Sergio group. And the partnership with the owner of Sospiro now is still continue with Sergio group, but the deal was like they can actually get the shape of the bottles. They can do everything they wanted with that brand, but they cannot have the names. So if you see a Sospiro that it has Herba Pura, it's because it was from the past
From the past when they were
when they,
together.
when they used to be part of the Sergio group. Now
Okay.
you're gonna see Herba Pura Mágica or Herba Pura something else. They cannot use any names from the Vibe collection,
Got you.
and that's about
That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Good question. And is again, this is history, so it's great to know the history.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
and
for
so
example, Vibrato is a new perfume that it was created when it was no part of a Sergio group.
got you. Okay.
Or Il Padrino is part of them. So they can use everything, the bottle, the packaging, everything that you can see on the Sospiro brand, but they cannot use any of the our names like Herba Pura, Coro, Accento, Verde Accento, Purple Accento. They
They have
cannot
to
use them.
rename it. Got you. That makes perfect sense. Awesome. So, did you want to get into rosé?
Yeah, let's do it.
Rosé, just off the name, I can kind of get a feeling for what this might be. Because
So
when I
you
think of
never
rosé,
smelled this one, right?
I've never smelled any. I've never smelled any of these at all. So,
My bad. I shouldn't send you the Louis 15, the very first one that it was
todo bien.
released last year.
Listen, brother, we're gonna have you a lot more on the
Yeah,
channel,
next
brother.
time
Whenever you
I
want,
send
you
you
already
that
know.
one. I send you that one for you to smell it because there's another story. I'm gonna make people snooze because so many
Ah,
stories, right?
hey, it's okay. That's what we're here for. Hey, the good thing is this is gonna be good for the replay as well for people that really want to educate themselves on Xerjoff. Like, you want to know more about Xerjoff? This is the one you want to see. This is the live. This is
Yeah,
beautiful, man. This is
yeah,
beautiful. I'm gonna
I
have to
love
spray
it.
this one on skin too, brother.
This is festivity. This is New Year's Eve, New
There
Year's.
you go. This is party, bro. This to me
It's
smells
yeah,
almost like Miami, bro. Like
seriously, it's so
ricura,
good.
ricura.
Well, the story is very simple.
This is
Well,
beautiful,
not
man.
so
Wow.
simple because it's gonna take me a little time to tell the story, but I'm gonna make it quicker. Okay, this is the French brand, one of the oldest and largest Sergio. I mean, one of the oldest and the largest champagne houses, Maison de Benoche.
Beson de Benoche.
Maison de Benoche. A maison, you know, the maison is casa, right? House. And this is the logo. And the most famous and the most expensive champagne that they have in their collection
Yep.
is Louis 15.
Louis 15.
Dedicated to Louis 15, who was the one who actually allowed back in 1722 to actually commercialize the champagne. So this is how it goes. I already drink it. It comes with those cups.
Not even a sip
Yeah.
left, bro.
So uh, you see the presentation, right?
Yes, beautiful. Yes.
Well, things happens for a reason, and there's no coincidence in life. So this is a presentation for a Champagne de Benoche. Well, Sergio Momo likes to collab with many different areas in life. You know, musicians. In the case of Tony Iommi, Brian May, Duran Duran, Mas Cascasi. But also, he likes to collab with, reputable chefs and also certain, beverages like this champagne because coincidentally, Torino is close to France. Torino's at the up north in Italy, close to Monaco, and close to this area, to grass and to the area where the champagne is produced. So he had friends with one of the owners of Champagne de Venage, and they decided to collab. And this is the collaboration.
Wow.
They create 2 champagnes for the brand.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And when was this?
This was last year, at the beginning of last year when they collab. At the beginning of last year. So they decided to collab with this one first. And they create this. This is a real champagne. It's no joke. It's Blanc de Blancs. Okay? And the rosé.
Yes. Wow.
So this collaboration is not like, okay, let's collab with the champagne house and they just put the rosé and no.
Yeah.
This perfume that you have in your hands, in your sample, is inspired by exactly how this champagne smells.
Yes.
This rosé. And people who actually we invited to our party in Cannes, they were actually drinking this and the other one as well.
How's it taste? Does it taste good?
It tastes good because it has that raspberry and pear.
I was gonna say
that they actually, this house put it in this champagne.
yes.
So this champagne is inspired by this famous also champagne called Princesses de Venage.
Princesse de Venage. Wow. And again, back to the story. Xerjoff just might be the king of stories when it comes to the fragrance game, bro. Yeah, this is beautiful though. This is so elegant.
If you see the marketing campaign, if you go to my Xerjoff That's Amore Instagram, you will see the marketing campaigns with the prince. I mean the prince, which it says there, prince, and the princess.
Do they have a fragrance for the? So the fragrance in itself was to resemble the princess, or the prince, or either one.
This is the very first one, Louis 15, 1722.
That bottle.
And this is the rosé.
Ah, got you, man. Beautiful.
So exactly like the champagne.
Wow. This one smells amazing.
Yeah. So this is not a fantasy because certain brands in perfumery, in every aspect, in any kind of products, they actually try to fantasize or create a tale or something. No, this is actually something that happens and created from there and ended up with 2 perfumes.
No, that's amazing.
That's how we call it in Xerjoff, a multisensorial experience, which not just ended up smelling the perfume, but smelling something that you can drink.
Exactly.
By the way, this champagne is only available at the Xerjoff boutiques.
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna say because one of my best friends, used to be a manager at ABC Liquor, which is really big here in Florida.
Oh yeah, ABC, Total Wine,
and they sell Louis. Yes, with the logo. That's beautiful, man. I wouldn't be surprised if I ever see like a Xerjoff collab with like a cigar or something like that. I feel like it's only a matter of time because when you think of Xerjoff, you think of that. You kind of think of the prestige of kicking back somewhere. You think of champagne. You think of fine spirits. You think of like making some business deals with a cigar. So
keep going. Because the one that is coming is gonna blow
good. I love it.
The next collaboration will blow people's mind. I can tell you that.
Wow, I can't stop smelling this one. It really is beautiful. It smells edible. Honestly, it definitely does smell edible. Like if that's the way it tastes, they did phenomenal because I want to taste it now.
It give you that, it give you that festivity, it give you that celebration. When you pop a bottle of champagne, it's a celebration, like every single New Year's in my life in Peru, I always, open because I used to grow up watching Formula One since 1980 when that was my very first Formula One race that I watched.
Hmm.
Since then, I watched Formula One every year. When I moved to America, not so much, but lately I started watching again because sometimes there are certain pilots that I don't like, there are certain drivers that I don't like. So, but yeah, I went to two Formula Ones, one in Argentina and the other one in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in 1997 and 1998. So Formula One is part of my life. I love Formula One. I grew up watching Senna, Mansell, Prost, Piquet, all the masters, and I met Michael Schumacher, which now is, in a bad condition. But yeah, I love Formula One. And
I just started getting intrigued by it because I saw the movie that came out on
yeah,
HBO,
I
and the
haven't
movie kind of
watched it
just made
yet.
me want to watch because I saw the action. I was like, the action looks insane, and when you watch these races on TV, it's just as insane or even more. It's because it's so real.
But there's nothing like Formula One.
Yeah.
I went to those Formula One races when it used to be B12.
Hmm.
And bro, in the very first race in Sao Paulo,
Hmm.
1997, we were at the start line, and when all those 22 cars they're just starting, like you felt like ta, 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 in your guts, bro. It's like insane,
The power behind
insane.
some of
The
those
speed,
cars,
like,
right?
it's crazy. That was in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and then in Argentina, we were in another chicane that was kind of far away from the start line, but it was beautiful because we witnessed in front of us
Hmm.
how Michael Schumacher take the lead, and then he ended up winning the race.
Yeah.
So
And it's kind of
yeah,
like
that's
the
that's
perfect
Formula
balance
One. I
between
love it.
danger, because it's such a dangerous sport too.
Yeah,
So it's like it has you on
it
the edge
is.
of your seat.
Oh, oh yes, yes. So back in the day, every single New Year's, I used to, open a couple bottles of champagne. I started spraying like champagne all over
Hmm.
my guests, my friends, like when they celebrating
Yeah, yeah.
Formula One. That's what they reference.
Just like they do it in
So
the
champagne
NBA
to
or
me
sometimes, yeah.
is, yeah, it's celebration. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
NBA, Michael Jordan. I used to watch Michael Jordan doing that. When
Hmm.
every time when they
Yeah.
clinch the championship.
Yeah.
So champagne to me is celebration,
Yeah.
and these two, they're perfectly they're like nailed in both of them.
Yeah. No, it's
Some people
beautiful.
love this one. Some people love this one because it's more like masculine. The
Yes.
first one,
I gotta
the
try that one.
second one. Some people say because it's fruity, because it has rose. They kind of like say a leaning feminine, but not much. I like it.
Yeah.
I wear this. I wear
Oh
this,
no,
and I
I
love it.
listen, I would rock this. This is I think is
Yeah,
right down the middle. I think um it's crazy because it's almost like, when people think gourmand, they think of food. But for
yeah,
me, this is a very like a spirit gourmand almost. Like, when you come with spirits, when you talk about like the actual like, champagnes and wines, I think this is gorgeous. I love it.
yeah.
I really do like it.
It's
And
realistic.
the effervescence, it has an effervescence to it as well, like champagne would have.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
this one's really nice. I know this is something definitely like the women would love as well, I feel like.
Yeah.
Perdón,
Bless
excuse
you.
me. Thank you. But
Too many samples.
too
let's
many
call it.
samples, brother. We went through all these.
Let's call it for
But
the night. Yeah.
yeah, no, brother, man, I cannot appreciate you so much. And we're almost going on almost 3 hours, brother. And it feels
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it doesn't feel
I
like
need
it.
to get going. I need to get going because my patient. I need to take care of my patient. But Jonathan, it was delightful to be here.
Of
I,
course,
I
my
can
friend.
keep go. For me, I can keep going for 5 hours. It's like when I'm doing these events, I keep talking nonstop. That's why like the whole bottle of water
Listen,
right
that's why you
ready.
see me over here with my big jug. But
Yeah,
no, brother,
because
it's been a
I
pleasure,
love
man, and
perfumery.
my platform is always open for you. You seem amazing. I wish I would have met you in New York, but I know we're gonna meet each other very, very soon in person, and we'll be able to kick back and relax. But brother, I'm here, available whenever, however, brother. I appreciate you, man, for real, for taking the time.
Well, next month we're gonna release this perfume that it was introduced in Cannes called
Ooh,
Gibeon,
Gibeon. Nice.
and that was my scent of the night of that party in Cannes.
Woo.
And before the people went to the preview, because the preview is where Sergio Momo goes over to this catalog. So he started explaining to the guest, what's coming. For example, what's coming, Torino 25, you know, B15 Rosé, you see?
Yes.
So this is this is breaking news for you.
Hey, brother.
So
That's
this is
beautiful.
Gibeon.
Gibeon.
This is
Ooh, that
Gibeon.
bottle.
Yeah, and this is the new Shooting Star, which is another collection.
Ooh.
So yeah, this is Gibeon, and I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of the notes.
Yes, yes. Meteorite fragments, brother.
The notes are on the bottom.
Madagascar, vanilla, tonka. Gibeon retains its smoothness until the very end. The clean musk and warm balsamic nuances, cedarwood. Woo, that sounds right up my alley, bro. Right up my alley.
Iris there. If you love Iris, this is the kind of perfume that you need. You need it. And then after that, in spring, is Tempio di Acqua.
Wow.
Which means Templo de Agua, yeah. Temple de water, temple, water of temple or temple of water?
Yeah, water temple. Templo de Agua. Wow, and that one too. That's beautiful. The bottle's gorgeous on that one.
Yeah, many people were insane with this. So that's a sneak peek for you.
Good stuff, my brother.
Let's do it for next month for Gibeon.
Yes.
And also we can take over of this collection, which is a collection that is very expensive because it's only 150 bottles each made it. And this is a part of the sketchbook collection.
Wow, yes, the sketchbook collection.
Yeah, so these is very expensive bottles, and it's P13, P18, P70. So we can take care of that. We can actually talk about it next time, as well as give you. This is how the P13, that's the only one that I acquired. I bought this because they don't give, to the employees this because it's only 150 bottles.
So very limited.
Very limited, very exclusive, very expensive. But I have to have at least one of them. And I didn't want to, overwhelm you with samples. That's why I didn't send that to you. But this is the presentation. Are you ready?
Ready.
So yeah, this is different presentation. It comes with a little foam here to protect the decoration, and this is how it looks.
Brother, esa botella está beautiful. Beautiful bottle. The attention to detail again. Ooh, and I like the bedding. It has like that torn bedding thing going on.
Yeah. So the sketchbook, even the package, the box, is like the same texture of the sketchbook cover.
Oh yes, I see it. Yep, it says sketchbook on there.
Yeah. No, but the texture of the paper is kind of like the same texture of the sketchbook.
Yes.
You see what I mean?
Yep.
So it says there, my bottle is the 107.
Yep, 107 of 150. Wow.
So this is the bottle.
Sheesh.
Wow. This is P13. And the number of my bottle is also here.
Oh wow! So it comes with the little charm as well, and the black cap is nice.
And the black cap is the only black cap that it comes with golden crown.
Yeah, with the gold rim around it too.
The rim, yeah.
Wow, beautiful, man. They know how to make a bottle, bro.
Yeah.
They know how to make a bottle, man. That's beautiful.
They know how to make everything.
Yeah.
And this is the 3, and as you see, 2 are my favorites.
Se nota.
I don't want to tell you the numbers until we talk about it next month.
Yes.
And Gibeon, just to give you this is how I use Gibeon.
Wow.
So this is how I
Almost
love this
gone.
perfume. This is how I really truly love that perfume. Besides this one is also for me this is not a masterpiece. This is like more than that.
It's like
like
the
a
Mona
holy
Lisa.
grail. It's like
Yeah.
a holy grail. It's too much, too much. So that's what
Wow.
I've been using the samples more like my bottle because it's just a piece of collection, you know.
Yeah, you want to make it
So
last. Wow, brother. That's amazing, man. Well, I'll tell you one thing. One thing's for sure, and I'll leave you with that because I know you got to go. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. But one thing's for sure is that not only have you educated us on the history of Xerjoff, but if anything, it solidifies even more on how exclusive and how unique that Xerjoff is still within the community, as popular as it is, because now we're in a stage where a lot of popular houses are no longer interesting. But one thing about Xerjoff is not only do they remain popular, but they remain interesting. And so that's what I love. I cannot wait. I'm gonna buy a bottle soon of something. Something. I need something. I need another bottle, bro. Because this is not enough. This is not enough. So
don't
muchas
worry, we'll
gracias,
come to
jefe.
you.
Un placer, bro.
That's the beauty of Sergio. Like you
Yeah.
started with one, and then you will never stop.
That's the
You will
danger.
always come
That's
back.
the danger,
So,
brother.
yeah, that's like the magic.
That's
The
right. That's
magic.
right. But I
All
appreciate you,
right,
brother. Thanks
Jonathan.
again.
Thanks to you. Thanks for having me. It's not gonna be the first time, the last time. We keep in touch, okay?
For sure, my brother.
Thank you
Un
for
placer, jefe.
having
Muchas
me.
gracias por todo. Thank you for everything, my friend. You have a great night. You take care.
Gracias a ti.
We'll talk.
Gracias a ti.
Ciao.
Take care.
Woo! So, fam, what y'all think about that? Listen, I know this is my longest live, almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours, guys. But man, was it nice getting to know Raph a little bit, getting to know, his history as far as falling in love with fragrance, getting together with Xerjoff and the company and the stories behind it. I think these types of videos, although difficult to sit through sometimes, probably for a long time, right? That's why we're gonna have this on the replay, but it brings context to what you're spending your money on, right? Or to what you want to spend your money on. If you're looking to invest in Xerjoff at all, now you know a little bit more of what you're getting into with these stories behind the fragrances. One thing is they don't skimp on anything. They really don't. They don't skimp on none of the materials, the physical materials. They don't skimp on the stories. They don't skimp on the quality. So this just solidifies for me Xerjoff as being one of the top houses in the world when it comes to niche. Yeah, one of the top houses in the world. Navis fam, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for coming through and spending some time. Brown boy, bro, you a real one. Thank you as well. Yeah, it's awesome to learn this stuff. And I think as people, right, like us that love fragrance, it's important for us to educate ourselves on the history of some of these houses. And it gives you a newfound respect for them. So it's really, really something. I really want Naxos. Yeah, Naxos is one of the ones that I really want as well. But man, I had a list of things I wanted to go through with you guys tonight. I have my notes just so y'all can see some of my notes there. I have a lot of talking points. We didn't get through none of them. I'm gonna go a little bit more and elaborate on ScentXplore, fragrance industry in 2026. What am I expecting? What am I hoping for? Indie niche. Is it a new trend? Where is it going in 2026? So these are topics that I'm going to bring back probably this weekend. We're going to talk about it because it's already been 3 hours, and I know my gluteus maximus hurts. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off. But again, guys, I want to appreciate you guys, every single one of you guys, for coming through. Honestly, it's always a pleasure to rock with y'all. The live streams are going to get better from here, better and better. I'm going to make them look even more snazzier, more clean. So hopefully you guys stick along for the ride. Check out my videos if you haven't already. I dropped some videos this week. I dropped Mondays are my new niche Monday, where I'm dropping niche fragrances on Mondays. And then I'm sprinkling some more affordable fragrance, cheapies, dupes, clones in between the days during the week. And then I try to have a top 10 video every week as well. I got to edit mine for this week. Probably have it out for the weekend. So either way, guys, we got a lot of stuff coming through. Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, ScentXplore. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys from my perspective what I learned, what I feel like you guys would enjoy, and also just everything in general, man. The people that I met, how dope it was, and everything else. So, anyway, fam, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I appreciate you guys as always. My family, my familia, my people, mi gente. Hasta la próxima. Up until the next one, you know the vibes. We out. Peace, mi gente. And if I don't see y'all before Christmas, Merry Christmas. May your family, may you guys be filled with love, joy, peace. May you get what you guys want, not only materialistically, right? But may you guys receive something beyond that this holiday season. And let's celebrate each other, celebrate love, celebrate family. At the end of the day, fragrance is amazing, but you know what matters is the love you guys have for your families, for your loved ones, for your friends, and always you can sprinkle some fragrance in there and make it even better. So I appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. Have a good night. We out.